Okay, here we are again. Back at it. I probably would have actually been on time at the regular time today. Like usually I don't know if it's just the summer heat or what it is, but I've been slacking in terms of getting here at 4 minutes to 7 lately, like the past several weeks. I think I might have actually, like I was on time-ish, like I was on time to be on time for a little bit, and then apparently our little tiny side/backyard out back has become a little haven for a bunch of wild animals because Mom calls me out there and she's like, "There's a rabbit sitting right there." I'm like, "I know, it lives there." There's also a groundhog that lives underneath the abandoned house next door. So she's just watching it. And we're watching her. I think she's got babies because she's like not moving. She's like guarding this little spot. So, I don't know. I leave nature alone. I let nature be nature. Hey, Sefico, how you doing? Welcome back. You got a smaller panther that needs you for a moment here? Fair enough. Give that panther... I don't actually know. It depends on the panther. Some of them will let you rub their belly. Some of them just like scratches. Some of them won't let you touch them at all unless they choose to let you touch them. And some of them will give you the false sense of security that you can touch them only to scratch you anyway. So it just sort of depends on the panther. So, but you do what you gotta do. Load this one up. We gotta bring Magus with us. I mean Guile. He's not Magus anymore. There we go. Notes. Need my notes. There we go. Okay. Got my notes. Now I did in fact remember to write down the combination. Let's hope it doesn't change by day, because I think DuckStation keeps track of that. It says it changes by week because it's this week's passcode, but you never know. So maybe, I mean, I'm not that far from the wall where Glenn wrote it down, so I guess I could just check the wall again to be sure. No, is this a class session? Chrono class? Chrono lecture? Something like that. I wish I knew enough about this game to give a Chrono lecture. I unfortunately don't, but I do have notes to tell me, hey, go find these things, because some of them are missable items that will make my life a lot easier later, like the accessories that I want to equip as ultimate pieces of gear, and there are some charms you can find that are accessories that you can dismantle for some good stuff. So I got a few things just listed just for myself, alongside the fact that our previous combination was 1 right, 9 left, and if we continue to alternate with the mimic boxes, the next one we want to hit is a big boxer. Of course, that's assuming that the soldiers haven't caught my drift yet and figured out that we're not really soldiers. I mean, I've given them 48 hours. You'd think that they would have checked the dossiers and been like, hey, so where did these people come from? Like, did we recruit people recently or what? Because I don't remember these guys being here. But apparently, so far, they're none the wiser. At the very least, if they are, they haven't arrested me yet. So that's nice. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Chrono Cross, the stream edition. It is still 1 to the right, 9 to the left. Much to my disappointment, because one of those numbers is the funny number, but not all of them. Last time we, oh, hello. Guess they respawn when you up the game, like when you reset the game. Last time we began our infiltration mission in Viper Manor after picking a guide and not taking Kid with us for a very specific reason that I have yet to elucidate on, but we will elucidate on it later after I poke the bats to death. Get his cheap shot in before he gets annihilated. There. Let's see, we only have one person that needs to heal, so... Can I, like... I don't think I can kill the Will-O-Wisp with a 1-2-3, but I might be able to. Well, not if I miss, especially not if I miss twice. I only have the one to go off of now, so... I guess just stand pat, Lena. We'll let Guile poke a little bit. Then maybe I'll let him smack the Will-O-Wisp up. Chrono! There we go. And, I mean, I guess Magma Bomb would probably work okay. I know they're both red element, but, like... How much HP does a Will-O-Wisp really have? Not enough. That's how much. 1 to the right, 9 to the left. Crisscross. Cha-cha real smooth. Slide to the left. I got another antitoxinal cap? I don't even need all of these. What the hell are you giving me these for? To make up for the fact that I didn't get the 1% drop last time. They're like, hey, so this is the guy that got that constitutional gem. We can't let him down. I can't. I just can't. I can't forget it. Especially since I'm primed now to remember it because I was talking about it when we were in this very room last time. So, anyway, we didn't grab this necklace last time, so... Too scared to take it? No, let's just be cautious about it, but let's just grab it. I mean, probably, but... The voices surge, take the pendant. Okay. Well, Lena has good instincts, we at least know that. Yep, you did. I didn't listen. Hello there. Oh, okay. Get me out of this mayonnaise jar! Are you gonna keep me in here like the rest of your weird plant children? No, actually. We're here to rob you. Well, that's very generous of you. Pick the lab clean so that there's nothing left. So can we just... I was gonna say, can we just go, or... I don't know who this Vu is, but... I don't think that they said anything about helping. That's the algorithm. Sometimes it replaces letters where... They probably shouldn't be replaced, because even if she has a Transylvanian accent, she probably wouldn't say Vu to say who. She would just say who. Yeah, so there it makes sense because she's trying to be Transylvanian, so she would replace the W with a V, but... It's a good idea, I just don't think it always works. Now let's see if her invention works better than her accent. I think she is a German, something like that, yeah. Well, she sicked some of her plant children on us, so that's just great. Are they green element? Yes, they are. Okay. So, the yellow element field that we mostly have at the moment will actually help us a little bit here. I think I'm going to go to Lena's turn first, because she has turn yellow, so I'm going to get a little bit of element power built up. Bonk them with her iron pot. And then I'm going to turn Surge yellow, because then he'll have an attack boost against these guys. So that'll be great. I'm not really even too worried about their damage. I think they can do, like, Bushwhacker or something, which is the level, I think the level 2 element, green element attack, but I don't think I'm really worried about that. So yeah, it normally targets, when you use a turn spell, it normally targets the enemy with it, but you could just as easily scroll it over to your own characters and cast it on them. So that's what I'm going to do. And that will give Surge the yellow element. You can actually see it in the top right corner of his little character stats there. So now, ideally, when we attack this neon bulb, we'll get a boost to our damage. So, oh yeah. I was gonna say, do I even burn this 3? I think I use a 2. Yeah, I was gonna say, because I think that'll be enough to take that guy out, and then I just sort of dash and slash this one and do as much damage as I can. The dash and slash will be white element, though. Thankfully, it's still got a nice damage number, but it will be white element, so you won't have to worry about that too much. Or rather, it won't do more damage just because you have your attack as yellow element. Only your physical attacks are affected by that, not your element attacks. Your element attacks are fixed, no matter what you do. So, one day. You know, this battle didn't really take too long. I probably could have done it right at the end of the last one, but this is going to be in his head, isn't it? Yeah, okay, well, lobotomy. He's still standing, but lobotomy. All right, then, fair enough. We need multiple element powers here, so to heal after this one. I mean, I guess just poke him a little bit, Lena, and then we'll, oh, okay, never mind. That works. Did I give anybody the recover all that we got? Because I feel like that would have been pretty good for somebody to have here. So, oh, well, Serge got more strength. Lena got more magic. I'll take it. And some more defense. That's not bad either. Kyle got some more strength. That'll help him a little bit. And we need to heal him in a little bit. But okay, I guess a couple of arrow saucers won't hurt. Those are pretty good too. We killed your onion child. What do you mean, wonderful? Oh, okay. You had expectations for us? You just met us. Huh. So, about this lab. She wants you to leave. If you go over here... ish. I don't know how I can get around to this. Thank you for the spam message there, guys. You can actually go over here to this gate here. And you can open this up, and this little fella will be thankful that you let him out of the mayonnaise jar, and he'll find you later. I think he finds you later no matter what, actually. I think he gets out of the little cage that he's in no matter what you do. And I was thinking about actually using him as a party member, but I don't think I'm going to do it. And it's not for the reason that you might think. This little guy is heavily glitched. Like, the game does not like this little guy at all, to the point where it's really difficult to use him. But I thought that would be a great little challenge for myself. I says, no, cool, I'll just use him for that. In reality, the reason why I'm not going to use him is because his power in battle is based on the number of spells that you cast. And to max him out, you need to cast 230 spells with him. And I don't think I'll be casting 230 spells with all characters across the whole playthrough, so I don't think he'd get maxed out. So sorry, little guy, I might have to leave you there. But he is another party member, so if you're looking for party members, yeah, you could let him out. So, that's a cute Pokemon. It's a missing, no. Watch as I make this pencil disappear. Oof. Yeah, that. That was a boss, apparently so. Mini-boss, but a boss nonetheless. Got us a star level, so. Oh, okay, thanks. Well, are you going to let me go, or are you going to need me for more data? Oh, okay. I wonder what a scientist could do for us. Because her joining our party doesn't really seem like such a great idea. I mean, she's, you know, in the lab. Like, she could probably hold her own, but I don't imagine that she would be particularly strong in combat. Then again, I have, well, this party right now, and 2 villagers and a random magician, so I don't know if I can say anything. It's not a bad party for a JRPG, but it's probably not much better than the lady in the lab. I mean, if we go by her in-battle model, because I've recruited her as a character before just on a whim, if we go by her in-battle model, I can think of 2 very large reasons why somebody might want her in the party, but, Alright! We don't have turn green yet. You know, I think I do have turn green, but I don't think I equipped it, so, okay, that's fine, I'll just poke. Open sesame. I guess open sesame no. Well, Lena's about to go open season on you, Mr. Door. Here you go. Maybe this'll unlock the door. Damn it, it wasn't a Keyblade. Yeah, giggity giggity! She's probably the one injecting doors and turning them into monsters. I wouldn't be shocked, honestly. Like, she's doesn't really have any... It doesn't seem like she has any oversight around here, you know what I mean? So... Oh, wow, he hit that. Nice. Electro Bolt. I forget, is that the higher level one, or is that the lower level one? I think that's the higher level one, based on the fact that it looks like Thundara. Goodbye, Guile. Well, that's unfortunate, but it is what it is, so he'll be fine. He's not quite dead yet, he's just laying on the ground. Well, the door's almost done, so... Ah, okay, here we go. So this is the summoning animation for the door. And it summoned the mini-boss that we just killed. So that's just great. But it should be just about done. Oh, that interrupted my focus, damn it. Well, I still hit anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. Surely a magma bomb will be enough to beat both of you. Surely. Could say she has some knockers, not just with the doors either. Oh, right. Oh, man. I think I'm in a stupid mood again today. I don't even know why. I don't think maybe it's just like getting up early because I have to get up at 6:30 a.m. to get get to class on time and everything like that. Oh, thank you for the capsule. That's nice. So, yeah, Hong Kong to you too. Anyway, let's give Guile. Maybe we should give him that capsule we just got because it restores medium amounts of HP. So I was gonna say it should restore him pretty close to full. We already have 22 more tablets, so that's pretty nice. Can use those to trade for some stuff later, but Another treasure room, huh? Alright, fair enough. So I think we need to, push this one, if I remember correctly. It needs to go over here. Into this little space. There we go. Oh, okay, well. I guess we got a few enemies to deal with here then, don't we? I think if I remember correctly, if you beat all the enemies, there's like a door here or something like that, but I think there's something blocking the way, though. I don't think you can quite get into where you want to go here. If I'm remembering correctly, but I don't even remember if I ever got this treasure that's here. It's not necessary, but, you know, you could grab it if you want. Alright, well, didn't lose focus, so... Bonk! Nice crit, Lena. Alright, let's give Surge a turn red. Not that he needs it, he'd probably kill this thing anyway, even without it, but, you know, might as well practice the muscle memory for this stuff so that I get used to it for boss fights. And goodbye. Yeah, apparently medium HP is 100 HP in this game. Kind of goes to show you how much or little HP you end up with in the end game, all things considered. I mean, it's not bad, like... You know, it's just there's just less damage going out, but you have less HP, so it balances itself out, I think, anyway. Oh, I was gonna say that wasn't even a whatchamacallit. That wasn't even a little boxer or a big boxer, but it's another bronze helmet, so I guess that's nice. I think that's the one that's on my list of things to get, but I have it listed as getting it after we're done with our little break-in. Oh well, we got it now, so that's all that matters. Yeah, Surge can annihilate those without turn red, so... There you go. Okay, then I guess we'll just, Here you go, Surge. As long as I hit once, I should be able to take these guys out. So... It's alright, Guile, you just stand pat. You've got the lowest level weapon out of all of us, so... And now Surge has the element power to top off your HP. Try to take these guys out though because it'll get us closer to that like big chunk of stats that we can get when we do enough little battles. So, because there's 2 more bosses inside of Viper Manor. The next one is coming up in a few rooms. So it's weird though because like I'm going through this place and for some reason I get the vibe of like Luigi's Mansion in here. I don't know why. I mean maybe it's just because we're going room by room. That's probably it. But you know. That's the impression I get, anyway. Alright, going for an 82% hit. It did nothing. But I didn't lose focus, so I might be able to... Well, I probably shouldn't dash and slash here, because then I can't use the element power to heal, so... Lena, you're up. Alright then. I guess we'll just do this again. I did give her the silver loop, right? Am I just getting unlucky with her physical attacks? I mean, I think that's the case, honestly. Like, let's not forget, I think I mentioned this already, but let's not forget that around the time they made Chrono Cross, Square Enix, well, Squaresoft at the time, Square Enix also made Final Fantasy Tactics. And in Final Fantasy Tactics, if your accuracy is 90%, you're still probably not going to hit, so... The accuracy in this game is also similarly a little bit of a... Oh, okay. That would have been nice to know before I moved the statue. But thanks anyway. Maybe this is the shield, actually. But I don't want the decor shield, so... There you go. So maybe that one is the hero's shield. I don't feel like losing half an hour's worth of progress, not even, but still don't feel like losing progress just to check it out, so... I will fight this, oh, okay, so you can get through these doors without fighting the Mimic if you go in while his eyes closed. Hello, kitty. Well, it's a heavy sleeper. He sleeps in all caps. You okay? I was gonna say, I should probably know who this is, but I'll ask anyway. Oh, nice. So you're one of the captains, huh? I guess we can get more info out of him, but probably the more of these questions I ask, the more suspicious he's gonna get. Oh. That's what happened to the fourth one. Oh. That's unfortunate. We heard about that, though, actually. Tell me more about this Dario character. Yeah. That would explain why she keeps going to his grave, yeah, actually. Now, the Isle of the Damned, now that's a hardcore location sounding location, rather. There we go. I wonder if Karsh will ever talk a little more about it. Like, what kind of rumors? Oh, okay. Never mind. Thanks for the info. Oh, okay. Fair enough. What's wrong with Fly Chicken? What, taking the shield? No, just don't feel like having the inventory clutter. Would have fought him if you went the Nikki route. Yeah, that's true, actually, because he's a sub-boss in the Nikki route. And then I think you can still find him here and he won't even recognize you, although that's because you have armor on, so... Yeah, I know you just woke up, but can you give me a plot exposition dump real quick? I would appreciate it. How did I turn around just in time to open the door again while he had his eye closed? Like, surely. But surely not. Alright, what was the spam message that I got? Oh, lovely. Another one of these stupid political ads that my fucking text message filter is no longer filtering, despite the fact that I explicitly told it to filter all of this shit out. Block, report spam. Anyway. Sorry, I just get pissed because it used to block all this shit. Like, I don't know what happened, if it was just like from an update or something that caused it to stop blocking those stupid messages, but it won't block them anymore. It's like it's possessed. Alright, build a little element power while we're waiting for this. And I'll probably try to, like, maybe dash and slash the guy in a minute. Let's see how much this does. I think Lena has a little more... Well, no, I don't think she actually has much more magic resistance than, yeah, Guile does. And to be fair, she took that like a champ, considering the fact that, you know, it was quite a large hit. Do I just try to Wanda in this guy? I think I'm going to try to Wanda in him and get rid of him. I could heal Lena, but nah, it's okay. I can heal her, excuse me, after battle. Yeah, politics wants to invade every place. It won't leave me alone. I'm trying to have fun infiltrating the manor of a rich person. I guess they can't handle that. Nope, he's summoning. I didn't kill him fast enough. I should have dashed and slashed. It's just a gobbledygook. It's fine. Lost my focus, though. So, 1, 2. I was gonna say I'll go for the gusto, but the gobbledygook is interrupting again. I don't think I'm gonna... I think I'm just gonna dash and slash. Well, maybe I can just Magma Bomb, actually, and get some good damage off, and then Lena can finish the job. Really? I didn't kill him? Alright, well, fair enough, I guess. Yeah, you know, she can probably do a little of this. Really? He's still not dead. How close? How much HP do you have? Go away! Like Christ almighty. Okay, anyway. I'm just trying not to heal because I want Lena to have the extra element power so she can heal. Although, at this point, Guile has the extra element power so he can heal, but, you know. You have a yellow status on you. What do you... Oh, dizzy. Maybe that's part of it. Well, she didn't miss any of her attacks, to be fair, so I don't know if that made much of a difference. Oh well. Those are probably the toughest fights in the manor, to be fair, but it's a good idea to do them anyway because they can drop some decent stuff, and they can summon some stuff that might also drop some decent stuff. And on top of that, you might get capsules, you'll get your bonus stats so that you can use them for the next level up, all that sort of stuff, so it's not a bad idea. Alright, well anyway, whoop. Okay, well, walk 2 pixels to the left, another fight. That's fine. Okay, we'll start from the side and move to the other side from there. Probably shouldn't even have risked a 3 there, to be honest, but... Well, I already did it, so kind of hard to take it back now. Let's see. Yeah, I'll go for it anyway. Oh, she hit anyway. Good. Very good, very good. I only need 1 person to heal, so here you go. And I mean, you don't have to heal at the end of each fight like I'm doing. I just think it makes things easier, that's all. Then you don't have to worry about doing it outside of battle or anything like that, you know, if you build the element power. I mean, I'm only really doing 1 HP, but like, I can heal myself all the way to full without another one, without using consumables, so. You know, we've got 3 of those now, so technically speaking, I could equip those. What are those in, like, compared to the bronze helmets, what do those do? Okay, so they're minus, what, 1 defense from the bronze helmets? Yeah, it looks like it, so. Alright, fair enough. What else did I get? A silver pendant, right. Forgot about that. Improves magic defense. I mean, that probably would have helped. Well, it's only 1, so I guess it's not really that helpful, but... I was gonna say, probably would have helped Lena to weather that Electro Bolt a little easier, but not really, to be honest. Oh, hey there. I feel like a lot of this stuff would be kind of conspicuous to ask, but I guess he could tell me about the manor. Oh, okay. Sounds good. I'll do that. Ooh. By raiding your treasure. Oh, okay, fair enough. You can open that, by the way, if you annoy Karsh to the point where he just relents. You have to, I think, try to open it like 20 separate times in order for him to just finally relent and say, fine, if you want it that badly, take it. But you can get it after we're done here as well, so I'm not really super concerned about it. I'll just come back, you know. So, but either way, now we can head over here, and we can do 1 right, 9 left, and make it through. Let's turn it and hope that I don't mess this up. 1 time to the right, 9 times to the left. Nice and easy to input, just gotta wait for the snake to do a little dance for me. I don't remember where the next save point is now that I think about it. I feel like there's probably one up ahead, but I could be wrong about that. Alright, well, we can move along. So, is there anything element-wise that I want to equip? We have turned red, so that's really the main thing. I did give Surge that recover all. Okay, so if anybody needs it, I can just have him keep that and he'll be okay. So, reorder that. Innate attribute color first. I guess attack first wouldn't be bad, or maybe I'll do healing and supplemental first, because those are the ones I usually use, to be fair, so. Out of all of them. Yeah, I feel like we've pretty much... I don't think we really need to do a whole lot in terms of that. Like, I don't usually equip a ton of elements, honestly. It's like, okay, you got, like, this spell and this spell, but usually it's like, okay, the fights go by quick enough to where I don't really need to worry too much about equipping every single element, you know? So... I don't know what you're saying, but sure, I agree with you. Oh, hello. Guys, leave the armor on. Those captains are watching us. I think if I remember right, this fight respawns after the next fight, which the next fight happens in the room to the left over there, on the opposite side of the hall from the dude that I just walked past, the big cyborg guy. So, how about we Aqua Beam, actually? Might as well, I've got it equipped. And then I can still use that one element power to use a Recover All if I so choose. So. Bonk. I just love the sound effect of the Iron Ladle. Just, it's one of those things that just, it's like a dopamine hit in my brain when it happens. So, oh my god, I got another one. It's supposed to be a rare drop, guys. You don't have to give me every single one. Oh, okay. Thanks for the info. Alright, sounds good. I'll go find something else to do then. Like going over here instead. Ah. Another bridge, huh? Am I gonna have to fight a dragon tank at the end of this one? No, apparently not. Cool. Well, that saves me a little time, I guess. Let's see. Well, there's a library here. There might be valuable knowledge in here about how I got here and how I can get home, but let's go see if we can find the librarian first, if I can get around here. Something tells me, if I remember correctly, PS1 controllers didn't have analog sticks, right? They just had the D-pad? Because I'm moving around with the analog stick, so, like, I'm probably doing it wrong. Is there anything else that I might want to equip here before we start? Maybe another turn red? I feel like another turn red wouldn't be a terrible idea. Maybe not for Surge, though. I could have you equip the other turn red. As a matter of fact, let me put it here. That way you can just use it no matter what, and then you can have your heal right here. Where'd it go? There it is. Alright. And other than that, I think we're good. I don't think there's anything in particular that I would want to use. Well, maybe I guess I could equip like some medicine or something on level 2, especially since I've got room for it. So, I guess we'll just do that. I don't think I'll really need it because I don't really think it's going to be a problem, but, you know, just to be safe. Hey there, you wouldn't happen to know where the librarian is, would you? Looking for... I'm just looking for some valuable reading material. Or you could just tell this child that we snuck in. How do you know she's not going to tell on us? Oh, great. Well, I mean, if the old man is the librarian, then it'll be fine. But if he's not, well, this could be a problem. Yet a newer small PS1 with a DualShock PS1 controller. So did it have an analog stick on it, or did they not have an analog stick for it? Oh, the one you had did, but you don't believe they worked with Chrono Cross. Sorry, I didn't see the previous message. That's my bad. So... well, that's me, but how do you know who I am? Didn't I die in this world? What do you... Oh, her name is Marcy. Patience, child. You can't kill them yet. I have to expose them to the plot first. Yeah, it's a good question, because, again, didn't Surge die in this world? Oh, so Balthazar? That was his name last time, right? Wasn't it? Balthazar, the Prophet of Time? Yeah, so if at this point you haven't figured it out yet, you're in an alternate dimension from the one that Surge comes from. I mean, it's considered the home world, so I would think it would be the home timeline. I mean, from your perspective, it's the alternate timeline, but it's the one where I'm alive, so whoa. And now I'm in space. And now the world map is world mapping. Uh-huh. So it's split. You're telling me that my death caused the world to split in two pieces? How does that even happen? Like, what did I do? Old man's just trapped up there if nobody presses the button. Yeah, when did he slip us some psychedelics? Must be in the air or something. Yeah, I noticed. I saw my own grave. That's what I've heard. Not a very good prophet of time if you don't know what happened to cause the timelines to split, though. Wouldn't that be something you'd be incredibly interested in? I mean, you're the prophet of time, after all. Sure they are. That will never come up again, so I don't know why they put such a name on it. But fair enough. So we can move between the home world and the alternate world if we find this place. Okay. I don't think that's possible because I had no control over me coming here, at least as far as I know. I just would have died if the tidal wave hit me. Well, probably wouldn't have died, but it's been severely maimed if the tidal wave hit me. Wow, we went all the way downstairs over the course of those psychedelics. That's just great. So this is kind of their hand-wavy excuse as to why later on in the game, if you make a change in one world, you make a change in the other. I don't really understand how that works, because like in Chrono Trigger it made sense, because you could go backwards or forwards in time. So if you made an adjustment to the past, it would reflect in the future, like when you grew the forest with Robo. But in this game, it's two completely separate dimensions who are in completely separate sections of time, like their time flows independent from each other. So why does me affecting something that's completely separate from the other thing cause the other thing to change? Time travel is confusing. It's actually a point I'd dock against Chrono Cross, though, because like in Chrono Trigger, time travel was a factor, but it was consistent. In Chrono Cross, it's less consistent, which I'm not as big a fan of. We'll just say that for now. A wormhole? Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't do that just yet, but we can see which world we're in. So see, and I feel like this is another good reason to bring Lena along, because like she would have a vested interest in understanding why Surge died, because Surge was her best friend when they were children. So I mean, somebody else would say this if somebody else was here. Like Kid would say it, Poshel would say it. You know, if you put somebody else in the second slot, they would say it. Like if Guile was in the second slot, he'd say it. But Lena has a vested interest in this. And because the prophet says you can only find out by moving on, all the more reason to keep her in my party, because she would want to find this out too. Of course, that's after we get through Marcy, because yeah, she's in case you weren't listening to the big guy in the room who was sleeping in caps lock, Marcy here is not a child playing a silly game. She's one of the four Devas. Yeah. They must have a bit of a hard time recruiting people then. Alright, well, here we go. Nah, Grandpa, I want to kill them. Screw your multi-dimensional plot. It's my destiny to cause them to die. Where's your shield? Don't you Oh, it's over there. I just couldn't see it because it's thinner. All right. Yeah, I was going to say, you usually have a shield. I don't know where her sword would be, and I'm not really sure if the shield will help when she's not wearing any leg armor, but you know what? I'm not going to question it. I'm just going to go. If you have Kid for this part, Kid's physical attacks will deal some decent damage here as well because Marcy's blue element, but I don't know. I usually prefer just having defense in terms of the elemental structure of my party against other elements, and then if I want to have offense, I'll just use the turn spells. So that's usually the way that I do it. We'll see if it works out, but that's the way I do it. Bonker on the head, Lena. Okay, well, that was not very nice, but I'll take it. And then we will turn Surge red. I was going to say, like, red with envy, but that's green, so that doesn't really work. It's pretty good damage you got there, Surge. Do I heal Lena at this point? I feel like even if she took a hit, she'd probably be okay. I think if I remember correctly, Marcy has like 450 HP, and I think we've done about half of that already. So, nice. Alright, let's go to Guile's turn, and then let's see if we can get some hits off. Maybe we'll get Lena a turn red. We'll go from there. I really only need the one to hit anyway to get the turn red, so. Cat's Cradle, huh? That's a unique attack. I wonder if that means something. Alright, give Lena the turn red. Here you go. Lena told him a naughty story. She's just like, hey, so, about that. Well, anyway, beat her up a little more. Oh, good, that hit. Nice. And then, I mean, I guess use Cure on yourself, because why not? No, don't use it on Marcy. Use it on yourself. It'll put you out, but that's fine. Surge can handle the rest. Ow! Well, that wasn't very nice. Just use the physical attacks from here. Oh, Surge, that would have ended it, man. You gotta hit those hits. That's fine. We can just poke a little bit. Uh-oh, Ice Blast. Goodbye again, Guile. I was about to have you use Wanda in, but oh, okay. Oh, never mind, she's Ice Blasting multiple people. It's a good thing I healed then. Although I don't think that'll do, yeah, too much to Lena. Well, she's frozen now, but that's not a huge problem, so. The field is fully blue, though, so I might want to consider that as well. Hang on. Do one of those, Magma Bomb. Let's break up this blue field. What, that's not enough? Yeah, so Lena's frozen and she can't move currently, so we can't really do much about that, but eh. And Wanda in. I am sorry, child, but I must impale you now. Boy, that's gonna get taken out of context real quick. Ow! Shot through the heart and you're to blame. Holy hell, Guile, she's a kid. It is raining really hard outside right now, so if you hear that, that's what that is. Alright, another star level. Some more magic for Surge, not bad. I'll take the strength for Lena as well. She'll be nice and balanced with all these stats. Guile's getting some good stats as well. I mean, our HP's a little low in a couple of places, but, you know, it's fine. I was going to say, I don't think we healed, but we got an Ice Blast out of it, so there you go. Guile told Lena a more adult story, and that's why they were all turning red. No bombs in the library. You're not allowed to have them around the books. You'll burn them. Have you learned nothing from the Library of Alexandria? Probably got the rain that you guys had there earlier. Yeah, probably. Jet stream and all that, it's moving our way, so. We got a little rain earlier too, but that's okay. I don't usually get a chance during the week to go out for a walk, so I don't mind if it rains during the week. It's usually like, okay, like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I try to go for walks when I can those days. So, if it rains those days, I'm kind of bummed. But in this particular case, yeah, it's fine. So. Well, why did you give us a plot exposition if you thought she was going to kill us? Isn't that a little bit of a waste of breath. Like, where else were you going to get a surge if she killed us? Like, if I was the arbiter of some great destiny here and I just died, like, well, shit, there's only 2 timelines and both surges are dead now, so... Whoops. Ah, okay. Second to last pillar on the left. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Thanks, Prophet. Got anything else to say? Nope, just gonna tell us about it. Second to last pillar on the left again. All right, but before we go, I think I'm gonna go back up and see if I can find what he was looking at upstairs. Isn't there an element here somewhere too? I could have sworn there was something in one of the bookcases. Oh, there we go. It was for the ladder. That's what it was. All right, there we go. So now let's head upstairs. And I think there's a chest up here. Is this it? Yeah, it is. With a turn white in it. Cool. And whatever this stained glass window is supposed to be. Probably just window dressing. Heh. Sorry, that was really bad. Alright, but we got what we needed, so let's head this way. And, yeah, I don't remember if there's a save point between here and the end of the dungeon, though. I feel like there's gotta be, because we've done quite a lot since the last time we saved, but I don't know. Yeah, we got to profit from the prophet, absolutely. Well, the jester over there seems to have woken up, so that's cool. Now, do I go back and try to fight things for minor boosts, or am I good where I'm at? I feel like I'm good where I'm at, honestly. Like, I don't really feel like it's that great. I also kind of like that Kid gets these extra little scenes if she's not in your party, because it feels like this is more of an operation with 4 people here, you know? It's like we're splitting it into 2 groups, even though one group is literally just Kid. But whatever. That's me. Don't wear it out. Thank you? Man, there's going to be a cat fight in here. We got Lena and Kid in the same room as this Harlequin who's now hitting on me. Oh, okay. You say, as you say the word propa. Oh, man. Nice to meet you. Comment ça va? Oh, okay. So who is this Lynx guy, anyway? What makes you think I'm going to lie down with anyone right now? I'm pretty busy trying to figure out how to get home. Why? Who, Lynx? Well, she's Lynx's right-hand thumb, so that's what her problem is. And what stake do you have in my life? I mean, Marcy just tried to kill me and you didn't do a damn thing. This is a serious... The adults are talking, Kid. I'll get back to you later. Oh, good lord. Kid, please stop picking fights. Is that your favorite catchphrase? I think Lynx might get pissed if you do. Yeah. He probably wants a piece of me himself. Alright, bye. No. No, I will not dream of you. I'm sorry. I don't remember how to say I'm sorry in French. It's on the tip of my tongue. I feel like I'm going to remember it just at some random point here. Yeah, second to last one from the left. Is it this one? Or is it this one? It's this one. Alright. Bring that down. Squish the captains while we're at it. Or almost, anyway. Just messing around. Why? What are you doing? Trying to kill me. Of course they are. This is a bad pun safe space, so we don't gotta worry about it. She is speaking some ancient dead language. I checked the wiki and they call it franglais. Fair enough. She just intersperses. Dude, I feel like I should know this because I know people from Europe, but like, I feel like the only time that you would intersperse your native language with English or vice versa is if like you can't remember the word, so you're like looking for the word and you just say the actual word in your head to try to like prime yourself and be like, hey, no, this is the word. So like, I feel like they wouldn't just intersperse, like, excuse me, French or whatever in with English. Well, that does give me an excuse to use a recover all now, doesn't it? So let's do it. Put myself out, but we'll heal everybody up while we're at it. See, and that's not bad healing, even at -2. That's pretty solid, all things considered. So. Oh yeah, you know what I forgot to do? I was meaning to do this before the stream today. Is I was meaning to actually switch the night light that I had last time. I was going to switch it so that it doesn't come on until 10 o'clock, so we don't have to worry about it happening again. I forgot to do that, though. Maybe I can do it while I'm in the middle of doing all this stuff. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Hey, Garrick, how's it going? Welcome back. Made a half-baked Gothic music video. Is it similar to the ones that you sent me when I played Gothic 2, or because I think if I remember right, you sent me a few of them when I was playing Gothic 2. I just don't remember if you made any of those or if those were all made by other people. So, but that's cool. We're just infiltrating Viper Manor right now. We're in a place we're not supposed to be, but that is okay. Because we are JRPG characters, so we don't know the meaning of locked doors. Oh, is it just audio? Okay, well that's still cool, though. That's still cool. Good for you. I just got bonuses, so do I try to go back and get bonuses again? Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think she's gonna let us. Okay, fair enough. No bonus stats for me. Oh, okay. More bonus stats for me. I didn't know you were gonna respawn. But yeah, so I guess you can't go back and save anyway, even if you wanted to, because Kid won't let you go back, so that's fine. I'll just keep going to the end of this whole thing. Oh, well, we didn't lose focus, so there's that, and then Aqua Beam! Chrono! Not bad, Surge. Not bad at all. Well, that was 100 damage, just without even flinching or batting an eye. Okay, fair enough. She did a little bit of beating, that's for sure. I was looking for batting an eye, but beating just sort of came out of my head instead. Probably for good reason, considering what she just did to that poor Will-O-Wisp. Anyway, there's a switch on the armrest now. I could just sit in the chair like Noctis, but he wasn't invented at this point, so, you know. Oh, did Piranha Bytes close down? That's unfortunate. Did they pass off... I thought they were making like another Elix or something like that. Did they pass that off to a different developer, or like did it end up coming out, and did they close up shortly afterwards, or how did that work? Like, or did they pass it off to somebody else? Well, that's unfortunate. At least we cataloged a couple of their games before the inevitable happened. So, because game companies come and go. It's the ebb and tide of the market, unfortunately, but yeah, it is a shame to see him go. I liked Gothic 1 anyway, so. At the very least, I can say that. I think the hard and fast method would probably be the best way to take this thing out, so. I mean, if I would equip Turn Green instead of being bullheaded about it, it would probably be in much better shape, but yeah, it's fine. I just keep forgetting to equip it. I probably should just equip it instead of Turn Yellow, honestly, because, like, I don't really, at this point, I don't think I really need Turn Yellow, you know. Oh, that was just Electro Jolt. I was like, wow, that did a lot less damage than last time, but that's because it was just a jolt. Oh, THQ Nordic owns all their assets? Think they were making Elix 3 but couldn't find a funder or something. Okay, that makes sense, yeah. Because they're going to have to, in order to get that game out the door, they're going to have to make sure that they kind of give them the whole sales pitch and everything to get people on board for it. So, Now we'll see if it ends up happening. What the hell is that supposed to be? A shambling corpse? Did I unequip Meteorite? I think I did. Oh, that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. So, I lost my focus, so... Just do a little beating. I think if I remember right, we fight this weird ghost-looking thing in, like, the next area that we go to? Maybe not the next area, maybe, like, slightly after. Yeah, Wraith. So... Serge, you gotta hit those level 3s, or else we're gonna be here all day. I'm gonna equip Turn Green after this fight, though, because it'll help, because I know there's at least one more door for us to fight, so... do I go for a 3? I'll go for a 3. It didn't work. Slap the shit. Oh, the CEO. So the CEO, I would imagine, of Piranha Bytes opened a new studio with his wife and wants to focus on psychological horror games. Don't understand how it works, though. Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. I mean, he might, if he can get the funding to get that off the ground. I mean, you know, you can just do that stuff nowadays. You can do those little studios with just your own funds, but we'll see what happens. It'll probably be on my radar because I've got the Gothic games in my Steam library, so probably I'll end up seeing them if anything comes of it. So THQ owned everything, aren't they responsible for the funding? So they would be responsible for the funding of any of the assets that they have ownership of. He should still be able to produce anything independently without their funding, though. So that's how that works. Well, I can still heal if I Aqua Beam, so let's just do that. Yeah, so he should be able to produce independent projects without them getting involved. I don't know where he's going to get the money from. Obviously, that's a problem that he'll have to deal with as an independent studio, but if he can find a place to get the funding from other than THQ Nordic, then it shouldn't be a huge deal. So... Alright, well, let's see what's in here first. Oh, well, that's a shame. This door is actually where we need to go, so, oh, okay. Well, thanks for that. That'll let me get the little bonus stats that I said I was going to get. Let's actually beat the Mimic, I think, first. No, let's go save first, just in case I accidentally, like, open the door without beating the Mimic like that other time, so that way, if I do that, I don't, like, just get myself screwed. Well, unfortunately, sir, that's not going to help you, because I'm going to Aqua Beam your friend to death. This is on your conscience now! Something tells me the bat doesn't have a conscience to speak of. Something tells me he's, doesn't have the brain capacity for it. I'm sure bats are very intelligent, but these guys are picking a fight with someone with an iron ladle, so they can't be that smart. Hey, Conker, it's going good. How's it going for you there? We're picking our way through Viper Manor. We are actually almost done. We've only got one fight left, I think, before we finish up the manor, so. Didn't take too long after the last time, once I got through all the boxes that wanted to keep me there for 10 minutes at a time. Then we were fine. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Hang on. Elements, allocate, Lena. Oh, she's got another slot, so now I don't even have to do that. Cool. Let's just move that up. Turn green. There we go. Stick that right there so we can use it. Ideally, eventually I'd like to have a character in the party that just has enough slots to put all the turn spells at level 1, I think. But I don't think we have access to that just yet, so. I could probably equip most of the ones we have on Lena right now, but, you know. Well, Jiminy isn't there, so yeah, that's true. They don't have to worry about their conscience if he's not there, so. Still hot, about to play some Monster Hunter with friends. You must be listening. Sounds like a plan, Conker. Hopefully you get some good drops from the monsters, and you have some fun with your friends. We'll be here. We'll just be hanging out. Talking shop about Chrono Cross's story, because once we get through this door, the story is about to hit us in the face. I mean, again, because technically speaking, it hit us in the face with the Prophet in the library just now, but most of what he was saying was kind of cryptic at the moment, so this is going to be a little more direct. So, all right, turn green on Surge. See what kind of a power boost we get out of this. Whoosh! I'm made of leaves now. Very nice. Yeah, the door's just about done now, so that's good. I probably should have left Meteorite back on Guile, though. Because then I probably could... Well, no, I would have had to hit him at least once, and so we wouldn't have quite gotten through these guys before we were done, but that's okay. It's fine. You broke my focus, though. Yeah, just do a little chip, that's fine. Excuse me. Get through you. And then... the bulb. Must not be... I was going to say, I don't think it's a neon bulb then, because if it was a neon bulb like the mini-boss, then it would have done more damage than that, and no, it's just a regular old bulb, so... Alright, bub, it's time for you to beat it. Bye-bye. Alright, so now that we've beaten the door, I think I'm going to go back and save just to be sure. So, just so that way we have a save right before anything pops up. Is there anything else I want to... Yeah, I think I should probably equip Meteorite back on Guile, like I was saying. But other than that, I think we're good. Put a heal here, and then take the heal off to put Meteorite there. So that way he can use that. And then... I guess I could equip a photon ray here as well. It's +2, but, you know. I mean, I could do this, and then put Meteorite here. And that would probably be more useful. He's got a level 4 slot, though, so that's pretty good. Not quite at the point where... I mean, I guess I could have him keep Ice Blast, but I think Lena has a level 4 slot as well, so I could just as easily give it to her and go from there. We got to turn white, right? Yes, we did. Time to put that in, because that'll be helpful in the next fight. Anything else? Won't need this medicine, so I guess just put a heal there. And Ice Blast. Not that that'll be super useful, but I guess it's extra damage, so, you know, that should be useful. Photon Ray here. Another Photon Ray here. I mean, we've got them, so I might as well use them, you know. So. And that's that. All right. Save, and then we will head through the door. It's funny though, because like I think about the fact that I think I made a fairly big deal out of the bonus stats because I've been trying to get them this whole time as we've been going through, but honestly, at a certain point in the game, I kind of just stop bothering, and I just fight whatever enemies we fight on the way, and it's like, okay, whatever bonus stats I get, you know? So, there we go. The door! It won't open! Surge, you have to turn the knob first. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Okay. Now, what do you suppose this fancy bauble is on, I would imagine, Lord Viper's desk? Yeah, shiny. What am I looking at, kid? You're the treasure hunter here. Oh, okay. Well, we might as well take that then, right? Or we could wait around for the general to show up, I guess. Ah. He's one of those people that puts a secret compartment in his bookshelf. Actually, no. Well, my dad knows a guy, but I know him by proxy of my dad. But my dad knows a guy that actually built one of those secret compartments behind a bookshelf in his house. I don't know what possessed him to do it, but he did it, so good on him, I guess. My compliments for murdering your way through half of my army. Now, who in the hell are you? Yeah, we were under the impression that Karsh went ghost hunting. And what was that, an independent thought on his part? Or did the big bad behind you send him after me. And why were you looking for... Oh, you weren't looking for me. You were looking for her. Yes, because he is in fact a large cat man. So... Please stop making the puns, kid. I know this is a pun-safe space, but this is supposed to be a serious moment. So you are still a radical dreamer. I guess that explains how you got in here by yourself. And how would you know that? What did he do? Too many questions, not enough answers. So how do we get to the Sea of Eden? Are you sure that's gonna work? I mean, if he's the bad guy, then he's probably quite a bit higher level than we are right now. Oh, okay. Well, you could just stab him in the back while we're fighting him, kid. Then you could save us the trouble. He is focused entirely on us right now. Pincer attack? No, there's no pincer attacks in Chrono Cross. So now we have to fight Lynx, despite, again, him probably being a slightly higher level than we are. We'll see what we can do. Alright, first things first, I'm going to try to get turn white going on, well, I guess Lena, because she's the one that doesn't have the white element yet. So just build the power, and then get it going so she can hit a little harder the next time she gets her attack. He is a black element, so it's probably a good idea to try to whack him upside the head with your white element attacks as best as you can. Probably try to have Surge do dash and slash if possible. Get as much damage off as he can, too. We'll probably have to heal a little bit, judging by the damage that he just inflicted, but that's okay. Oh, good, I hit. Very nice. Now dash and slash. Send you back to where you came from. Okay, that didn't quite work as well as I was hoping for, but that's okay. We'll still be able to eventually get him. Alright, good. Anti-white. White elements temporarily unusable. By Surge or everybody? Just by Surge. Perfect! Well, I can handle that. Do I heal? No, we're not quite at the point where I heal yet. How about a meteorite on your head? Yeah, so Lynx likes to break up the potentially all-white element field that you can cause if you just keep casting white spells by using black element spells occasionally, so... It's a little bit of a pain, but we can handle it. Hopefully. Good hit, Lena. Now, what do we do from here? Probably just a photon ray. Use that magic power. Get that little bit of extra damage off, why not? Alright, Surge, let's send him a quick present. More anti-white. I'm kind of okay with him just continuously casting anti-white, honestly, because, like, it means he's not attacking me, so... And the more that he attacks me, the more likely that Surge will eventually just get clipped by some random spell, so let's just not have that happen, you know? So, anything else we could do here? I could Photon Ray. I could Wanda in, but it probably would do not as much damage because he's black element, so... There you go. Well, we're almost through to the other side. Let's just keep whacking him until he falls over. Oh, okay. But yeah, see, it's kind of just like he could be using attacks on us or just like casting his own. He has a level 3 similar to Surge. It's called Glide Hook. He could be casting that on us instead of just, you know, whiffing and using anti-whites on us, which is fine. You know, if he's just going to do that, then all right, fair enough. I'll just keep attacking and eventually he'll go down. Hopefully we'll be able to beat him before he actually attacks again, because now he can't anti-white anymore because we're all unable to use white elements, but... We got him before he would become a bit of a problem. A lot of the FAQs will tell you not to use white element spells on him because then he'll cast anti-white, but just... It wastes his turn, so it makes it a little easier for us to just keep damaging him, you know? So, anyway, star level. Get a little more magic for Surge. I'd like him to get more strength, but if he doesn't get it, it's fine. Oh, Lena, you gotta get more than that. I mean, I guess the HP is good. You didn't have as much before, but... You gotta get some strength or magic. And we get a Pendragon Sigil? I think if I remember correctly, excuse me, this acts like a, I think if I remember, it acts kind of similar to like a turn spell, but I think it takes multiple attacks for you to get the element, and I think it's like, it gives you the attack element of whatever you're hitting, which is kind of counterproductive because then they will resist your hits, so probably better just cast a turn spell. I'll see what that disassembles to, and if it doesn't disassemble at anything good, we'll just sell it. So. That Lynx is gentle as a kitty cat. Very racist, though. Anti-white policies on this Lynx guy's part. But apparently it wasn't the real Lynx. He was, I mean, I had a feeling you thought you could beat us, but apparently not. Are you sure? Because the shadow didn't really do a whole lot. I'm alive right now. Why would I want to live again? Then I'd be living in two places. No, I just want to go home. Oh my god, what is that ringing noise in my head? I just want to go home. Why is that so hard for everybody to understand? Can you send me home, Magic Stone? Whoa, what the hell is that all about? Also, why is this random blue crystal on Lord Viper's desk making the Purify sound effect from Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness? I think I have it that the other way around, though. Whoa. Was that supposed to be the Frozen Flame? Maybe. How is that possible? Do you really think that Chrono and Luca and Marley are going to let that happen? Like, come on. If it was actually the end of the world, they already would be here. No, if it was history, it would have happened before. Guys, we should probably get out of here. Just a thought. I don't feel like fighting 3 Lynxes in a row. Uh-huh. Well, the interrogation can be saved for later. Hi, Riddell. Oh, kid, what the hell? Do you think that's even gonna phase Lynx? Now you're just gonna piss off Lord Viper. Kid, we could have just ran out of the room. There's nothing blocking the door. You don't need to take a hostage. It's pretty underhanded. Why would you agree to that? What the hell is wrong with you? Yeah, that Lynx bastard, he gave us tinnitus. I guess I don't have much of a choice. I mean, we're all trying to get out of here anyway, so. Alright, kid. We're out of the room. Let's just... I mean, there's a clear path behind us. Let Riddell go, and let's leave. Come on. Okay, well, never mind. I did, in fact, leave Karsh and Zoa. And all the rest of them. The only one that we knocked over was Marcy. I mean, I would take you for somebody who has any scruples whatsoever, but then again, we've heard Kid talking previously, so I don't think that's exactly who we're dealing with here. It's weird, though, right? Because, like, I feel like I'm not the only one that sees this now that we're all watching what happens when you don't bring Kid with you in the party, but I get the impression that the developers really wanted you to bring Kid in the party because she shows up here anyway, and if you don't bring her with you earlier, she's like, what the hell is wrong with you? Some random girl just walks up to you and you're going to deny me the purpose of being in your party? It's like, yeah, if you're going to act like that, yeah, actually. But I don't know. I have thoughts on it, but I don't want to really talk about it just yet because I don't think she's really done anything egregious yet. So, I mean, other than this, like, this is not what heroes do, kid. Okay, good. Kid, that sounds like a plan. Let her go. Seriously? Come on now. I mean, we'll survive the fall. We're JRPG characters. Oh, kid, watch out! Well, that could have been... Oh, okay. Well, she got a little bit. Now, here's my question. Why is Lord Viper not stabbing Lynx to death right now? He just threw a knife at Riddell, and the only reason why she did not die is because Kid threw her out of the way. Why is he letting him monologue right now? He should be killing the guy. He just threw a knife at Riddell. Like, it wasn't thrown at Kid. Also, Kid fell off a cliff, but she'll be fine. She's a JRPG protagonist. She'll survive the fall. But, like, if that was my daughter, and this random jackass who's, I mean, I know who he is. I know what he stands for at this point because they had a conversation before we got there. But if he threw a knife at my daughter, he'd be dead. Like, I would be like, okay, Viper's like 6'6", and he's like 250 pounds. Okay, I know he's old, but he could probably kill Lynx. Like, I don't really have much of a doubt there. Why have you been waiting for me? How could you have been waiting for me? You're from a world where I died. If you were waiting for me, then the only reason why I'm even here is because of a coincidence. What are you talking about? Okay, now, listen. Okay. You want me to take that seriously? I'm sure you do, because you just threw Kid off a cliff. It's big, high stakes. All of a sudden, the action is, jumping up a peg, where it's like you're building the stakes here because you're showing that he's a villain, everything like that. But when you superimpose someone's random furry OC onto a black background and then have him shout directly at the player, "You have become the Chrono Trigger," I'm just gonna laugh at you. What the fuck? What are you talking about? Like, did you think that I could take that seriously? That is every trope that they tell you not to write in a fan fiction, and you just did all of them and expected me to take that seriously. Like, this game, man. No, actually, I'm gonna leave. Come on, Lena. Let's go! Yeah, and she died. You'd have to be some kind of radical dreamer to not include her. Yeah, I guess so. Now listen, if this was the real world, we would have broken every bone in our body jumping down there, but like I said, this is a JRPG. We'll be fine. That was the last game, old man. I am the Chrono Cross. You're officially that guy now. There we go. We've come full circle. Everyone is officially that guy now. I think it's telling me to save, so I'm going to save because it wouldn't put me on the screen otherwise, so. I'm also going to go turn my AC on. Give me 1 second. Despite the characters jumping in the ocean, I am sweating, and that is not the kind of moisture that I would want right now, so. We're teenagers. We're immortal. We've got rubber bones. Thankfully, they're not made of glass, and thankfully, our skin is not made of paper. Because that would just be sad. Meanwhile, well, I think I got knocked out when I hit the water, but otherwise. Oh, thanks. Appreciate it. Were you the one that took care of me when we, smacked our faces on the water? That was mighty kind of you. Thanks. That's a warm reception that I didn't expect to get after the high stakes of the last area. She seems nice. Oh, hey guys, what's up? I was gonna say, are you okay? You kind of got, like, slashed in the arm. Did you get that treated or something? Oh, okay. I'll make sure I let him know. Your part of your job as a ferryman is to be a lifeboat rescue guy, too? Well, I mean, there was no other way out of there. I mean, honestly, the sea would have been just as bad, but... that's a short fall for you? Have you done this before? Kid, Oh my god. You didn't even get it treated? Really? What is wrong with you now? Oh my god, these people are self-sacrificing as hell. Well, you didn't take these people there in the first place? What kind of a lifeboat rescuer are you, Korcha? You're supposed to get them all checked out after they hit the ocean. What if they had a concussion? Hydrovenom? Wow. Well, that's no good. This, by the way, is why I recommended not bringing Kid with you in the party, not just because she gets exclusive scenes where she's outside of your party in Viper Manor, but also because of the fact that, well, okay, so if she was in your party, you would still have the opportunity to remove her elements when they give you the chance to save there, but how would you know that the first time you're going through the game? And if you don't remove her elements, she keeps them while she's stuck in bed with hydro poisoning. So. Serge, I have little money. Alright, where do we get Hydra humor? Wait, why am I volunteering for this? She tried to, like, have us all killed multiple times in that mansion. Well, okay, she didn't, but she wasn't exactly the most tactful person in the manor. Oh. Well, that's a bit of a problem. Extinct means that they're gone. Dead. Hunted, probably, to the point where they can no longer reproduce, and then they died. Well, yeah, that I would imagine that's why you'd want the humor, because then you could grind up its bones into powder and use it for medicine. So how did Lynx get his hand on Hydra poison if they're extinct? Unless he's the one that made them extinct. Huh. Actually, that's a fair point. They had to have been hunted to extinction by someone, and if anybody's going to hunt them to extinction, it would have been the poor military. I mean, they're a military. Of course they're going to be able to use... What do you mean? Oh. So, where's this large vessel that you're referring to? Huh. Yeah, that's fair. We do only have 2 days. What's the diagnosis then, Doctor? Are you saying she's terminal, or... It's almost like he has access to a world where they exist in. Yeah, something like that. He has to think about what he could do instead of the Hydra humor, Korcha. He's a doctor. He needs to consider all the options. Yeah, but what am I supposed to do? I'm stuck here. There might be Hydras back in my world, but there's no way I could get back there now. We didn't figure anything out in Viper Manor. I mean, okay, if you want to try to get the doctor back, but something tells me he's not going to be very helpful. Oh. Harlequin Ex Machina might save the day for us. Alright, fair enough. Or she'll just look at Kid and laugh because she's apparently, like, caused some sort of rivalry here. You knew this was gonna... Well, I guess you would know this was gonna happen because you're Lynx's right-hand thumb, so... What do you mean just leave her? I mean, I don't know what I could do for her, but... Is it fair to leave her like this? Chicken Hawk. The frickin' Mohawk. Korcha, like... Okay, anyway. Why you little? Korcha, I don't think that's a good idea. Just take it from me. It's like calling somebody a chicken wuss. Goodbye, Korcha. You're lucky that she isn't using a knife right now, because it would be in your back. I'm glad you had fun? No. I will not. Goodbye. She's a loon that can cast shadow magic, Korcha. I don't think any of us are going to get it anytime soon. Just the ones I've met here. Sorry, Lena. Okay, why is she calling for me in her sleep now? Alright, fine. Lena, any thoughts? Or is Korcha gonna yell at me if I try to go anywhere outside of... Yes, I'm gonna go see, kid. I'm surprised that you're willing to let me. It's a fair question, Guile. I don't know. Sup, kid? Oh, an astral amulet. Okay. Well, hang in there now. What's this thing supposed to do? Right. So, what are you trying to say? Well, when you put it like that... Honestly, Korcha, like, how the hell am I supposed to know? You need to understand, man, like, I'm not a hero. We broke into a manor. Like, that automatically puts me in a little bit of shaky ground territory. I came from a fishing village. All I know how to do is spearfish. How the hell am I supposed to save some random chick that I barely know? Hell, she's gotten me in trouble every time I've worked with her since I got here. Why would I don't know, man. I don't know. No, okay, you have fundamentally misunderstood this situation, Korcha. She is not my partner. My partner is stuck in a dimension I cannot get back to. I don't know what we're supposed to do about this. You heard the doctor. He said there's no more Hydra humor. I mean, you know, that's fair, actually. It is hers. She entrusted it to me, but it wouldn't be right for me to take it if I'm going to lose it. So. The funny thing is, Korcha just took away the one key item that actually could have helped us to save her. But how would Surge know that? So. Yeah, nothing personnel, kid. He's got to plan his best homeopathy treatment, something like that, yeah. Can you give me all my elements, too? Hello? Hey! Hey, stay with me, kid! But thou must, you actually could refuse. Yes, so this is actually one of the fundamental binary choices that this game allows you to do. You could save Kid, but you wouldn't know how at this point. It's like Korcha said, what you could try to do to save her is fundamentally unrealistic. Now, I know we're playing a JRPG, realism's out the window, but you don't know what the Astral Amulet does on a first playthrough. It's obviously important, but what am I supposed to do with this? Okay, thanks, but like, what? Is it money to get to the mainland? Do I sell it? Like, what am I supposed to do? You could look in a guide. You could listen to what I just said, and I said that the Astral Amulet is important for a reason that we can talk about. And you could say, no, we're going to try to save her. That's what JRPG characters do. But honestly, what am I supposed to do? Like, listen, Chrono was a hero because he saw people in trouble and he jumped in, but he knew what he had to do in order to save Marley. He just jumped in the time stream. He didn't really think about getting home, but he knew what he could do. He could jump in the time stream, go after her. Ideally, it goes to the same place, save her. Here? What am I supposed to do? I'm a fisherman, okay? I'm not a hero. Just try to keep her stabilized? I mean, maybe we'll come across something, but yeah, this actually alters the path of the game from here on out. If you chose to save her, the next couple of dungeons you go to are completely different from the ones that you will go to now that you've refused. If you refuse, you go different places. Not only that, there are also 3 characters that you can recruit on this path that you cannot recruit on the other path. They are mutually exclusive to those paths. You either save Kid or you don't. And you get different characters depending on which decision you made. I actually really like this because it makes it, I mean, it gives you a reason for a little replayability. Obviously, all the characters feel the same at the end of the day, but, like, it's a little bit of a reason for replayability at the very least. And it gives you a reason to come back to this scene on New Game Plus when you know what the Astral Amulet does and be like, no, it's not 1 in a million. I know exactly what I can do to save her. So, actually kind of dig this, because, and it makes it feel like there's some ramifications for your decisions, which at this point in time in JRPGs was kind of a rarity, so I can appreciate it. That being said, probably not the most heroic thing to do. But again, is Surge a hero at this point? I would say no. Like, what have we done? What have we done that would make you think this kid's heroic? Just because I'm the main character? Okay. I think one of them's pretty good too. Yeah, this is the most realistic thing we'd do in this point. Yeah, so either one of the paths that you take, you'll get a really solid green element character. So it just depends on what you want, because one of them's good at magic and one of them's good at physical attacks. So we'll find out which one we got when we move along a little bit here. And if you want to get some materials and you didn't get them in Termina, you can get them here now, so there you go. It's the same exchange rate as the other one, though, so there you go. I don't know if we really need any of this stuff. I think we've got a good chunk of everything that I could need, except maybe fur, but we can't really make anything with fur for right now, so I think I'm good. What's the favor? Okay, fair enough. Actually, you know, you're probably the better person to do that. You do live in this area, so. This bone, by the way, you won't set it adrift in the sea if you take it. It's actually used to recruit a character, but we did not get the other pieces of the character in the process of us doing what we've already done. There's, I think, at least 2 pieces that we could have gotten already. Maybe just 1, but we didn't get it, so sorry. Really? Well, that's weird. Huh. Well, see if you can find somebody to take you to someplace other than the village and then set it adrift. It always floats back because it wants Surge to take it into the party. So. But Surge, she's your life partner, your boo! Yeah, no bone zone for us, unfortunately. You could, I mean, it's another black innate character if you pick up all the pieces. But at this particular point, we don't have any way of getting the other pieces anyway. You can come back and get the pieces at any time, though. So, like, it's not like you just prevented yourself from getting a character by doing that. So, I don't think we have anything we can upgrade with. I don't think we got any more iron. So, but if you did, okay, you can't even use it because here's a bunch of bronze stuff. I guess the iron lure is a little bit better, but. Well, there's only one character that can equip that, and at the moment he's pretty pissed at me, so... Because I didn't want to take the 1 in a million. So, what have I got here that I could... I guess I could sell the bronze sword, I don't really need that. Everything else is equipped, so... There we go. We've got an extra ivory mail, might as well sell that too. We got 2 bronze mails, might as well sell those, because those aren't going to be... very useful. I guess I could have disassembled them for copper, but nah, it's okay. Well, the Dragoon's Honor sells for a lot, but I actually wouldn't recommend selling it because we can actually, we actually need it for something. We need it for Guile specifically, so I wouldn't recommend selling it. What does this all disassemble into? So, well, okay, so the antitoxinal cap I can show because it actually disassembles into a shiny leaf when you disassemble one of them. And shiny leaves are used to make ultimate equipment later on in the game. So, yeah, if you want to disassemble them, there you go, you can do that. I might as well disassemble one of them, I guess, just because I've got, you know, 4 of them. How many shiny leaves do I need anyway? I think I only need 2. Let me look at my notes. 1 and 2. Yep. There you go. Yeah, I only need 2 shiny leaves, so there's one of them. And I actually know where I'm going to get the other one anyway, so I don't really even need to disassemble any more of these, unless I need extra copper, but, you know. That gives me another carapace. I don't really need that badly. Just copper for the Pendragon Sigil. Yeah, that's what I was hoping, is that the materials would be good off the Pendragon Sigil, but it's just copper, so... it's not that great. Honestly, Bone Man was your favorite when you were young, and he liked spaghetti. Yeah, and that's a fair point, honestly. Like, if you like the character, then, you know, obviously go ahead and use them. I think that in a game like this, where there's 45 playable characters, my original plan with the game was to be like, okay, well, let's use characters that have a purpose in being there for the story, which is one of the reasons why Lena is hanging around, because she has a fundamental vested interest in being involved in the story. That being said, well, later on in the game, that might be a bit of a problem, but I'll wait until then to tell you why. But after that point, I was kind of thinking about it, like, especially when I had to, like, not stream, what was it, last Saturday? I was thinking about it, and I says, well, wait a minute, hang on, like, it's a game where the characters all get, like, you know, maybe a few lines of dialogue here and there, but not much. Is it really worth bringing along characters that have a vested interest in being there, or should I just meme around and use the characters that I want to use? And I think at the moment I'm kind of floating more towards there. I might end up in like a halfway house where I use some characters that have a vested interest and some characters not, but we'll see. A Papyrus Undertale inspiration? You know, that may be where he got it from, honestly, because maybe Toby Fox knew who Skelly was. So, surprised they didn't make a gacha with so many characters to work with. Yeah, I think this was a little bit before the whole gacha craze. I mean, gachapon was a thing, as far as I'm aware, at this time period in Japan, but I think this was a little before it became a craze. So, am I gonna disassemble these bronze helmets? I could use the screws for iron helmets later. And I only need 3 characters in the party right now anyway, so yeah, I guess I'm gonna disassemble them. Just to get a little bit of extra. And I think I might just sell the other antitoxinal caps. The silver pendant, I forget how much that sells for, but it might be worth it to sell it, honestly. Is it the silver pendant that was the treasure that Guile needed, or was it the Dragoon's Honor? I forget. It's one of the two, so maybe I'll wait to sell it until we know which one is which. But the Pendragon Sigil is definitely not it, so I'll just sell that. And I'll wait to sell all the other gear. How about that? I'll wait until we get back to the mainland before that happens. So, but let's explore around. We're in the village of Guldove right now. This is Korch's hometown, I guess. So. Oh, yeah, no, man, I don't need you to work. You're good. Take your break. You won't get that kind of a union-designated break back in Terminus, so take your break. Yeah, sorry about that. I was gonna say, I'm sure that, you know, the people around here haven't exactly had it easy from us. Village of Marble, huh? Okay, I'll keep that in mind, thanks. I don't know if they'll want me to be there, but I'll keep it in mind. Actually, I have seen it. I've come across a shiny leaf, yeah. Yeah, so there's a total of 6 different kinds of shiny materials, 1 for each element color. Shiny leaves are associated with the green element, so antitoxinal caps being associated with the green status, poison, makes sense, so... But we'll worry about getting the other materials later. There's actually some charms, if I remember correctly, that prevent statuses later, specifically statuses of certain colors. And those we can actually disassemble into other shiny materials as well. It's not too hard to find shiny materials on your own. I'll talk about how you can do it later, but yeah, if you want to get them from disassembling, you can do that too. So. I mean, drinking yourself into a stupor isn't going to help you, Doc. It's a good point, because it's definitely not going to be me. Man, I'm being such an asshole, kid. To be fair, she hasn't exactly been helpful to me. Or nice to me. I mean, has she said one good word about us to my face since I got here? Guile needs the honor. Okay, so it is the Dragoon's Honor. There you go. The doctor recommends a stretch. Fair enough. Let's have a stretch. Ooh, that was a good one. I just had a little bit of excess air in my shoulder that just came out. I don't know if it was heard, but I heard it. It was right behind my ear. That's a good stretch. Okay. Stretch my legs out too. My bones pop doing one. Old! It's like bald, but old! Old! My eyes! You have the ability to cast Panacea on her. Boy, wouldn't a Panacea element right now be really useful? I mean, it wouldn't heal her from the Hydra Humor, but, you know. All he needed was a stern talking to and a stiff drink. Apparently he uses darts, though, because he just threw that at a dartboard. I think if I remember right, you can... Oh, okay. I was going to say, you can go back in and you can talk to somebody else, but maybe it's after we explore the village, so... Why? Did they leave, or... The impression that I get is that the demi-humans left Goldove in order to go to other places, but I could be wrong about that. So. Now all we gotta do is find... Let me see, is it here? No, it's not here. I was gonna say, we gotta find, well, it's Korch's house, but his ma lives there. Ah, here we go. That's what I'm looking for. Oh. Huh. Well, did it sink? Was it quicksand, or... Ah, yeah. So there's actually a secret little area back here if you go behind the house. And if you go here, you can grab a feathery dress. So that's cool. Another piece of equipment that we can give to Lena. See how it is compared to the bronze vest. Well, it's a little less evasion, but it gives her some more magic defense by 2, so... I usually equip the dresses on the female characters just because it's like, I mean, it's exclusive equipment, so why not, you know? It gives her less evasion, but yeah, it should be okay. There's, I think, if I remember right, 3 types of dresses in the game. That's the first one, and then there's 2 more later, so we'll see what we can do about that. I'm trying to remember what the place is that we need to go. I don't remember if it's in here or not. I guess we could talk to Korcha while we're here. Well, actually, I was gonna ask if we could use the boat, but... And I don't need to borrow your boat, I just need you to take me back to Terminus so I can find another one. No, just take me back to Termina. Well, who else am I gonna find? Aren't you the only one with a boat in this entire damn village? Where is she gonna go shopping? Downstairs? Well, damn, just send it right back at him. Hit him between the eyes with it. I think it does have something to do with her because you're her son. So. Because she's not my partner, you've got it all wrong. She just says, "Oh, hey, hang on. So, you can't lend the boat to somebody who's going to give up on their partners, huh? Well, I think this person's your partner." Well, she got sick, and there's no medicine to save her in this world, at least as far as we know. I don't know, maybe Korch's ma will have something that she can propose we do. I mean, I would think so. I'm a little biased because I said it, but I would think so. It's a fair point, Korcha. What would you do? Would you try to save her? Knowing that there is no medicine in this world that can save her, would you still try? I mean, he would probably say yes because he wants very badly to be a hero, but he's a fisherman, just like me. I mean, I get it, man. We're all kind of unsure about what to do here. Like I said, I don't need you to lend me the boat. I just need to get back to Termina. If I can get back to Termina, I don't know, maybe Lena and I could go rent a boat from Arnie. I mean, it is her village. A boat or two. What does he do? Just have him laying around, and he's just not what... Apparently, I've stumbled across the greatest real estate scheme in the entirety of the El Nido archipelago, except instead of real estate, Corch is just buying boats and hoarding them. What do you mean, a boat or two? Yeah, I was gonna say. Wow. Just give it straight to him. I like this lady. She is not afraid to mince her words. I'm Serge, ma'am. Nice to meet you, too. Yeah, so this is Corch's Ma, or Matcha. Okay, cool. It's a little on the nose, but I'll take it. Especially considering who it is. I'll talk about that later, but, you know. The shaman, huh? It's a good point, actually. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here, so fair enough. If I can get a little bit of advice. You good? Oh, okay. Sounds like a plan. Oh, okay. I actually haven't gotten a frame just yet. Yeah, so there are frames all over the world that will change the text boxes in the game. She gives you one right here, the Tropical Paradise frame. I think that's exclusive to this path, now that I think about it, because I don't think you get that from Korcha if you go on this path. So, okay, well, I guess that's another reason to play the other paths. Play this game multiple times. So. Yes, Matcha is one of the exclusive characters on this path. You do not get Matcha if you help Kid. You get Korcha instead. Now, I don't know about you, but compared to Korcha, if I had to pick between Korcha and Matcha, I would pick Matcha every time. Again, I'm a little biased. I know what her stats end up looking like at the end of the game, but I'll talk about it later. Actually, if I remember correctly, Korcha's not the thief. I think if I remember right, his little sister Mel is the thief. But I could be wrong about that. I could be misremembering. So, either way, yeah, you don't get Korcha if you take this path. And it depends on what you need too, right? Like, because Korcha is a blue innate character, which Lena already fills that role pretty well for us. So, it's your pick, but I don't know. I'm just not really a big fan of Korcha, I'll be honest. I find him kind of annoying, but I feel like that's not really a... I feel like that's not really a flex. I feel like that's how a lot of people feel about him, so... Yes, we got Ladle Smacker number 2. Ladle ladies. Oh, maybe. Does have a twin tech with Kid. It's her for sure. Not a Chicken Hawk fan, huh? Yeah, no, not really. He does get... I think if I remember correctly, fishing rods are... So the lures that we've seen in shops, those are his equipment, and I think they're exclusive to him. Which is also kind of bad because then that means you have to spend more materials making equipment for him specifically rather than making something that everybody can equip. Like if I made a ladle for Lena and Lena wasn't in the party, I could have Matcha in the party and then I could just give Matcha the ladle. But, you know. Sure, I've got a bunch of money burning a hole in my pocket. What are these used for? Okay. Right. Yeah, so these are one-way wires. It's probably pretty self-explanatory, but, you know. Let me become the wind real quick. Really, kid? You're gonna ask me for 5? Okay, fine. This kid's grifting me. Whee! So this will take us back down to the docks, and then I can go straight back to the shrine. I don't think Matcha will take you back to the mainland without going to the shrine, so we're going to go back there first. I should probably remove Guile's equipment pretty soon, though, huh? Well, maybe not just yet, actually, because he's still useful for a little bit, but, well, pretty soon it might not be a bad idea to do so. Although it might also not be a bad idea to bring Poshel back into the party. Because, I mean, Guile's useful, but Poshul might actually be able to help me out with the next area that I'm going to go to. If I remember right, there's a bunch of green elements that we can fight over there. This is not the shaman's house. Hi, cat. Oh, okay, sure, let's take a look. Can I pay 5 gold to defy gravity? I don't know, let's find out. It's like that Super Mario Sunshine level where it's like, well, have a safe flight, and they just fling you all over the map. Is there anything here that I care to get? I guess I could get a few more braces while I'm here, but it's okay. Could buy Arrow Saucer, Electro Jolt, Meteorite. I guess you could buy Hell Soul as well. It's an instant death spell, but not a big fan, honestly. Thanks, I will. Oh, okay. Well, we'll try to steer clear then. I don't want to piss anybody off while I'm here. Yeah, fair enough. It's more complicated than I usually want to spend time with, but, you know, it's there. Yeah, I'm a chuckster. Hey! Ooh, ah, ha, ha. Yeah, that's the one. I remember that map. I always got, like, smacked around on that map. I would lose, like, a ton of lives on that map specifically. So. Well, they call it the Viper Festival now, but... Was it the El Nido Festival in the other world? I forget. Are you a dwarf? Sorry, I'm not talking about your height. I'm talking about your race. Actually, that's even worse. Yes, actually. I'm aware of the Hydra Marshes. Yeah, that's the impression that I got. Oh, okay. Well, you know that people go there all the time, right? At least if it's like how it was where I came from, the Hydra Marshes were a place where people went to do some, like, spelunking. Oh, okay. Like that. Alright. And we get the green tinkler for talking to this guy 2 times. That's actually very important. We'll use it for something in a little bit. Thanks. Didn't mean to come behind the bar. I just figured you were right here, and then the bar just sort of opened up on its own. That was really the only thing that I needed, honestly, the green tinkler, so... Yes, it's a very important dwarf. He actually is more important than he could possibly know. For reasons that I can... Actually, we might be able to get into the reasons why today. It depends on how long we spend in Termina when we get back there. This is not the shaman's place. Let's go to the shaman's place first. I think she's over here. If I remember it. Yeah, remember that tinkler for later, viewers. Exactly. Because we will use it soon. I forget if there's anything else in Goldove, but I really only cared about getting the feathery dress, to be honest. Oh, hang on, I should probably announce myself. Shaman Durea, huh? Durea. Hey, listen, as long as it's not a Dia, I think we'll be okay. I don't think I could handle her being the shaman right now. She's more of a sorceress, anyway. Thank you. Nice to meet the both of you. Yes, definitely need some assistance. It's a bit of a weird situation, though, I admit. Thank you. What do you mean, Windbearer? Well, I guess it is a little bit strange. The wind that I bring, yeah, is a little bit different from other people because I died in this world. I don't know if that makes any sense. It's because I'm from another dimension. Oh, okay. The land of Genesis? Well, where's that supposed to be? A dimensional distortion. What, is that it? Yeah, that's it. She doesn't tell you what to do or where to go. To be fair, this is kind of a complicated situation, even for a seer, so, you know. Sky Dragon, Earth Dragon, and Water Dragon, huh? And Fort Dragonia. Oh, okay. Hmm. Oh. Why, what happened to yours? Oh. Take one wild guess who took the dragon tier from these guys. Yeah, I don't think that's going to be so great. Well, maybe we'll come across it in our travels, or at the very least we'll come across the person who took it from you. If we do, I'll see what I can do, but until that point, I don't know. Yeah, I'm packing some strong winds, lady. Shaman diarrhea, oh my lord. I ate a whole lot of broccoli earlier, lady. The vitamin K in my system is off the charts. Incidentally, broccoli is actually really good for you. Take it from a guy who's studying to be a dietitian. Broccoli is really good for you. It might make you a little gassy. Don't get me wrong. But it is one of the best sources of vitamin K and also a pretty solid source of vitamin C. And vitamin K is actually really good for your large intestine. Like, the bacteria down there can make it, a little bit of it, but it's actually really good for that, and it's also good for ensuring that your vitamin E balance is good as well. So, like, if you have too much vitamin E and not enough vitamin K, your blood gets a little thinner than it usually is, so you kind of got to balance them out a little bit. But yeah, your gut will be thankful, and yeah, and your blood will be thankful, really. So, but yeah, vitamin K is pretty good for you. Broccoli's pretty good for you. Would recommend. It's also full of fiber, so that's also good for your gut. Fiber is good. Generally speaking, fiber is good. Not in huge amounts, but fiber is good in moderate amounts. So, started buying it regularly along with cauliflower. Yeah, and cauliflower is pretty good for you too. It's more, so cauliflower packs more vitamin C in it. That's like its claim to fame, is it's got a lot of vitamin C content in it. So it's almost as much as a citrus fruit in the same serving size. Is how much vitamin C it has in it. So you can get about as much vitamin C out of a serving of cauliflower as you do out of an orange, which is pretty great. Like, it's a vegetable, so you don't have to worry too much about it. You just kind of pack it in roughage with something else, and there you go. But yeah, broccoli, cauliflower, all those cruciferous vegetables are real good for you. You learned a new word today. Your SAT word of the day is cruciferous. It's the only vitamin C source without sugar there for now. You usually get it from apples and fruit juices. See, now, if you get a fruit juice, if it's 100% juice, you're probably fine, because total sugars is not just the sugar from the juice or whatever, from whatever they squeezed it out of. It's also the added sugar. But if it's 100% juice, at least in the United States, I don't know how it is in Canada, but at least in the United States, if it's labeled 100% juice, they're not allowed to add any sugars to it. So I don't know if it's the same in Canada, but there's like a little section in our nutrition facts that says added sugars, and they're not allowed to add any, so. Anyway, Matcha, I am ready to go. Let's get back to Terminus so that we can figure out... We didn't really get a whole lot from the seer here, but, I mean, going back to Termina, we might figure out where we need to go next. So, Guile, you going to take your favorite place in the sidecar? Yes, he is. Fair enough. Sugar bad, but oh so yummy. I could never quit, but I can reduce it. Yeah, and it's not a bad idea to reduce your sugar intake, especially if it's your added sugar intake, like if it's candy and that sort of stuff. It's not a bad idea to reduce it. Oh, here's our first view of the world map, by the way. So there you go. Termina's over here, but Goldove was just on the island to the west of where Termina was. But yeah, it's not a bad idea to reduce your added sugar intake. If you reduce the other sugar intake, you're kind of at that point just reducing your carbohydrate intake, which, I mean, also is fine. It just kind of depends on what you eat over the course of the day. But by her permission, I would not piss her off, sir. Well, it's your funeral. Nope. I don't think she cares what you're trying to say. Earthquake! Every minute that passes, I love Matcha a little bit more. Oh, boy. Well, I don't know what I need to do, but I'll figure it out. We could go back to Viper Manor at this point. as well, by the way. Like, we could leave town and go back there. But we don't really know what we're supposed to do, so we're kind of just floating around aimlessly. Is the polishing guy still here? I don't think that's what it was. Oh, boy. I think if I remember correctly, you're supposed to try to leave town to go to Viper Manor. Do I stop by the shop and see if Lisa has any new banter with Lena? Let's do that, actually, and then we'll go. And now for the main reason you refused to help Kid. Well, she shows up later then. Matcha is her own brand of authority. She don't take no shit from nobody. She's got the attitude that we all need a little of in our lives. Okay, no new banter. That was all I wanted to check. Fair enough. Is it if you try to leave? Yeah, it is if you try to leave town. Okay, then there's a cutscene that you can get right here. With everybody's favorite character. Oh. Is that why they're heading to the fort? Because Poor's trying to... Huh. Well, the frozen flame is apparently in the Dead Sea, so maybe I shouldn't tell him that, because then he'll tell his superiors, but I don't know if Poor's gonna be able to find that. So are you trying to draw them out over there? Is that what's... Well, yeah, I mean, I would feel pretty upset and uneasy at my father as well if someone threw a knife at me and he didn't immediately try to kill the person on the spot. I'd be like, Dad, listen, I don't condone murder, but what the hell? Glenn is the main reason to refuse Kid. He is the one that everybody wants. Genuinely speaking, he's actually really good, though. Like, he's probably one of the best green innate characters in the game, to be fair. So it's a good reason to refuse to help Kid. You don't get him on the other path. You get somebody else who's also green innate, who's better at magic. Glenn's better at physical attacks, but... If there's another frame in this town, it's in somebody's home, probably on the upper level near the statue. We can go look after this, yeah. So... Well, how about that? And I think this is another reason why a lot of people like Glenn, is because he has that heroic air about him. He could genuinely, if Surge wasn't the protagonist, he could be the protagonist of this game. But Surge is the protagonist, so Glenn has to take a bit spot, unfortunately. And off he goes. So basically now he'll go to the docks, and he's going to go look for a boat at the docks, which, hey, guess what? We have a boat. I forget, is the person with the... Yeah, here we go. This is the person with the frame right here. No judgment, man. I get you. Thanks. The T for 3 frame. Cool. You can change those, I think, on the options menu, if I remember correctly, is where... Is it, or is it customized? Let's see. Or maybe it's in the key items. Hang on, let's look. Nope. Oh yeah, I didn't show these, by the way. These are the, so Sephigo was showing this in the Discord server because I didn't show the Komodo scale key item stuff. The model for it on the screen here, the art for it. So I'll show the ones that we've got right now. So there's the teleporter. The green tinkler. Looks like the goddess's bell just a little bit. And then the manor key. And genuinely, the keys in this game give me big Resident Evil vibes. Like, it just looks like something that would go into a Resident Evil door. So. Maybe he knew his daughter had Dodge Pierce. He's like, nope, you'll be fine. You've got the innate skill. It's all good. He's the Chrono Frogger. It's kind of like when Kingdom Hearts 2 changes the menu frame per world. Yeah, nice art, detailed, yeah. I like the art in this game. They do a really good job of putting, like, those are pretty high-res, highly detailed models that they've got for that stuff, so I can appreciate it. Oh, you know what I do want to check, actually, while I'm here? Because I've never done this before while I'm wandering around. We could go talk to Matcha and then Glenn will show up. But I actually want to check on the Termina Festival here, because if you went into the ship before this, they would ask you to go rescue Nikki, who is the singer that everybody's fawning over from the posters and stuff around town. I want to see if he's back now, because I've never checked to see if you don't use him as... Because he can be the third guide. It can either be Guile, it could be Pierre, who we didn't see, who was in the blacksmith shop, the one that can use the hero shield, or it could be Nikki. And I've never came back here afterwards to see if he shows up here or not. I know he's not gone, because he shows up later in the game, but... You and me, huh? Well, fair enough. Good question. I don't see Nikki anywhere, though. But yeah, if you talk to her beforehand, she would basically be like, hey, so, can you go find him? He was in the Shadow Forest last we looked. Huh. I wonder what he was looking for in Viper Manor. There were 3 separate teams all going to Viper Manor at the same time, between us and Kid and Nikki. That's crazy. Alright, these are probably just super fans. Okay, fair enough. Not here to make your job any harder, man. I just wanted to check on the guy and make sure he was okay, but he's probably fine. She is you, and she is me. I am thou, thou art I. From the sea of thine soul, I... Wait a minute, this isn't Persona. Is there anything else I need in Termina? Well, if we need anything else in Termina, we could always come back at this point. That's the thing, so... I mean, genuinely, ma'am, I wouldn't mind straightening things out, but I don't see how I can, you know what I mean? Like, if by straighten things out you mean with Kid, what am I supposed to do? Like, I don't know how I could do that. I wouldn't mind going and living somewhere quietly. I'd love to go home. Yeah. I mean, that's fair. You know what? I don't know what I'm going to do about Kid, but I would like to figure out how to get home, and there's no way I'm going to be able to do that just moping around. I'll try to set things straight. I believe you can also refuse her there, but I don't think she lets you back on the boat until you tell her that you're not giving up, so... Well, that's the hitch. I don't really know. We could try to go to Fort Dragonia to see what Lynx and Lord Viper are up to, but something tells me... Yeah, I don't know if we're ready for something like that, but... Yeah. Well, I don't want to force you to go there, Matcha. You don't have to. I mean, I don't want to take the boat, but if you're superstitious about it, I'm not going to make you. Yeah, so apparently it's exactly like I said. They took the Dragon Tear. Lynx specifically took the Dragon Tear. As a matter of fact, you remember that little crystal orb that was on his desk? Huh. How about that? Yeah, go home and be a quiet man. Cue credits. There you go. So we do need the boat to get to Mount Pyre. Alright, fair enough. Are you sure? I mean, it's your son's boat. I don't want to take away you guys' livelihood. I mean, okay. I love Matcha so much. Thanks. Ah, how convenient. So, you need a boat, huh? Well, how about that, stranger? Sounds like we're going to the exact same place. Yeah, that was me. This is one of the reasons why I gave him the Bellflower. You don't have to give it to him to get him in your party, but it doesn't hurt. I'm just glad that everything turned out okay with her. I thought things were going to get really rough, but... And to be fair, Magus isn't being Magus right now, so... Sure, why not, Glenn? Come on along. Okay. North and then east to a small island. Okay. Actually, that's probably convenient. I mean, the radius of this world won't know who I am, but he was a font of knowledge back home, so fair enough. Yeah, like I said, I get the feeling if we tried to go there right now, we would probably pay for it. But we will no longer pay for it because Glenn has joined our party. Sweet. I'm going to leave Guile in the party for right now because I just realized I sold the bronze sword that I could probably give Glenn right now, although he might be equipped with one, to be fair. So we'll see what he's got. As a matter of fact, it's probably better to see what he's got by just putting him in the party. But maybe I should take away Guile's elements first before I do that. Nah, let's just stick him in the party and we'll see what he's got equipped, because that's really the more important thing. But yeah, this party of 3 right here is real good. This party of Surge, Lena, Glenn can carry you from now until the end game very easily. You've got your healer / magic caster, you've got your 2 offensive characters, and as a matter of fact, I almost forgot, but don't let me forget about this, Surge and Glenn have one of the very few dual techs in this game. They cut down quite a bit on the dual techs in this game, despite the fact that they were such a big part of Chrono Trigger's battle system. But Surge and Glenn have one, and it's one of the strongest attacks in the game. It's like, I believe it's level 3 as well, so you can use it very easily in battle, and it's one of the strongest attacks in the game. It hits like a level 7, if I remember correctly. So, boat demand is at an all-time high, and boy howdy do I have a monopoly on it. So. Alright, well, we got Glenn. I mean, listen, we got a little extra help, Matcha, so that should, be good for us. But not only do you get Glenn in your party, you also get the best character in the game. Okay, I'm a little biased, but Matcha joined your party. We are absolutely set. So stacked to the ceiling with the characters that we can get right here. There is actually one more character that you can recruit while you're still here in Termina. But Matcha's better than him anyway, so... Okay, again, a little biased. The reason why I'm a little biased is because of her stats, though. Now, her stats might not be great looking right now. She has the highest defense out of any character in the entire game. And the rest of her stats are real high on average as well. She ends up with, like... Okay, so this is star level 99 stats, so that's a little bit more of a flex than you'll get. So, I mean, just kind of divide this by 2 to get you a general idea of what you're getting. But she ends up with like 85 strength and 90 resistance by the end game. Her magic and magic resistance are nothing to sneeze at either. I believe they cap out at like 50-35, which is pretty great. That's like Surge stats. The only thing that she has a little bit lower of out of anybody is her HP is only about as good as Surge's, as you can see here. Surge has had the advantage of getting bonus HP from level ups. And Matcha hasn't. And she only has 9 stamina recovery. So those are the only 2 real things about her that are kind of like iffy. But other than that, Matcha's real good. The only reason why I'm not going to keep her in the party for right now is because she is going to be a key component of the bonus episode. So she unfortunately has to take a seat. Sorry, Matcha, but... She's all motherly muscle. Yeah, there you go. And she's the one more character we can get here. And again, there's one other character you can recruit here in town. If you go back over to where you did the Bellflower scene, you can recruit one other character in the house there, so. Yes, ma'am, I will. How are you going to get home, though? Don't you need the boat to get home? Matcha? Matcha, where are you go? Oh, my God. And she just swims home. I forgot about that. That's hilarious. Honestly, though, genuinely, I know it's this game, so I wasn't really expecting it. But if she had jumped in the water and just, like, shot off the screen, sped off at, like, 100 miles an hour swimming, I wouldn't have even batted an eye, because it's Matcha. So... Don't remember them. Bonus for refusing her in the party. Yeah, so the other character that I can actually go show this one. I'm not going to use him, but he's another red innate with really high strength and defense. So if you don't get Matcha, like let's say you do help Kid, right? if you don't get matcha if you help Kid. You get Korcha instead. But if you want a red and 8 at that point, you can go over to the side here and you can recruit this guy. And his stats are worse than matcha's, but not by enough to make a significant difference, you know. So, excuse me. Yeah, I'll just save it real quick so I can go show where this is. I'm saving because I don't know if walking into this guy's house is enough of a flag to recruit him. So, let's see. We may have gotten a little bit of a word about this guy, though, from previously. Oh, yeah, and I need to check what Glenn's got equipped, because if he's got a bronze sword equipped, I'll just take the bronze vest from Guile, and then Glenn can hang out with us for a little while. He does have a bronze sword. Okay, good. Is this Guile's bronze vest? Did his thing get unequipped when we... Hang on, I'll know better in a second. No, I don't think it... Well, no, maybe it did. No, because he had a bronze helmet. Okay. Okay, so yeah, it didn't get unequipped. All right. Well, what I need to go do anyways, I forgot, I need to take Guile back to the bar so he can show off the fact that he won the bet with the bartender, so we need to go do that too. But I can always do that in a minute once we're done showing this off, because then I can just use the teleporter at the save point and we'll go from there. So. But yeah, Matcha's real good. If you don't have, Lena, she's real good. If you do have Lena, she's still good, but yeah, she's pretty great. Here's the guy that we were talking about. Must be some kind of priest or something. I don't know if... I mean, I guess, you know, have a drink with your son/daughter. I don't know which one it was, but... I don't know if that's what I'd be saying as my last farewell. Son, there you go. Sorry for your loss. Well, it's definitely not me. I'm just a fisherman. In case you were wondering, the mask is not like a stylistic choice for a shaman. He's literally a wrestler. So, a luchador at that. That's why he said amigo. Okay. I can spare a prayer. But if you spare a prayer inside of his house, he'll join your party. So, incidentally, that guy, I don't know if his name showed up on the screen there, but his name is Greco. He is actually the exorcist that the guys at Fossil Valley were looking for. And we impersonated him. So, I don't know about that. I don't think he says anything about that, though. Yeah, the wrestler guy. Yeah, you can get him whether you save Kid or you don't. So, if you don't save Kid, then you've got a big gaping hole where you can stick a red innate character because Matcha's not there. So, might be worth your while to try to grab him. I'll show getting him, and then I'm going to reload because I don't actually... I try not to recruit characters that I'm not going to use. Basically, so I'll show it, but I'm gonna reload after this. They called you an imposter? Huh. Oh, yeah, whoops. That might have been my bad. Sorry. Wait, how do you... Did news travel that fast? Wow. I mean, I'm going to try to fight the Arms of Darkness. I don't know where they are, but I'll try to fight them. Yeah. Are you sure? I don't want to take them away from you. To the point where I'm literally going to reload after I show him joining the party, so... Yeah, watch out, he'll exorcise you. He's a priestler, exactly. Mom took his job. Oh, so that's what happened. I mean, if that's what you think. I don't think he'd want you to do that to yourself. I don't know the guy, but something tells me he wouldn't want you to just shrivel up and do nothing. Sure, why not? So, again, If you don't have access to matcha because you saved Kid, you were going to go save Kid or something to that effect, or you just don't want to use matcha, you're a monster, but nonetheless, you can get Greco instead. He tags right into your party. So there you go. And again, he's pretty good. He has pretty solid stats. He's got high strength, high defense. I mean, look at the strength and res that he has right now. Now, granted, his agility sucks, but that's about the only bad thing about him. His magic isn't really anything to write home about either, but his strength and res are pretty damn great. So, I like how his bed is twice the size of the other person's. He needs all the extra space, to be fair. So, but yeah, so you can take him if you want his help, but yeah, like I said, I'm not going to take him with me. We're just going to reload. I just wanted to show that, just in case, because here's my thing, right, is I don't mind showing me recruiting characters if it's like, oh, I don't remember that person being recruitable. I'll show them then, you know what I mean? But like, I usually, like I said, if I'm not going to use them, I usually don't recruit them. So maybe the small bed is his. It has the weights in front of it. Oh my god, I didn't even notice that. That's funny. All right. Well, anyway, maybe actually we got an extra bronze vest from somewhere, and that's why that was there. Or did Guile give me his? Let's see. No, he still got his bronze vest and his bronze helmet. Okay, I don't know what's going on anyway, but whatever. Doesn't matter. So this is kind of the point where Chrono Cross lets you kind of go off and do a bunch of things on your own. You can go straight to where Glenn told you to go with Radius if you so choose, but there's a whole bunch of extra side activities that you can do by exploring around El Nido. So, and it's probably in your best interest, because going straight to Fort Dragonia at this point, after what happened with Lynx at Viper Manor, it's probably not a good idea. So, thanks. Do I need to have the Dragoon's Honor in my inventory? Maybe. Is this the person that he made the bet with? I forget. I thought this was the person he made a bet with. Maybe I need to have it unequipped. Hang on, let me just unequip it, because Surge has it equipped right now, so let's just do this. There we go. See if that makes the difference. Or maybe it's just not her. No, maybe it's not her. Alright. That's locked. So one of these people... Oh, really? Huh. I could see how that would be a little suspicious, yeah. Yeah, I forget who it is you talk to. What kind of a scoundrel could do such a thing? Fair enough. I mean, I would imagine they should. You know, maybe I have to have Guile as the front character? How do I switch? I thought there was a way you could switch your characters around. It's not the square button, that's the key items button. Yeah, I thought there was a way you could switch the character that's in... Ah, there we go. That's how you do it. Okay. Select button. Yeah, I thought there was something that you could... Like, somebody you could talk to in order to get something out of this. It's not really a big reward, but... I'm going to just double check. Hold on. I don't know why I'm bothering with this. I need to make sure I mean, I don't mind going a little overtime, but I want to try to get the actual third-party member that I'm going to use. Let's see. Oh, the fortune teller. Okay, that's who we talked to. All right. Afagor. That's fine. But I don't think I need a Dragoon's Honor in my inventory. I think I can have it equipped and it'll still let me talk to her about it. You know, honestly, I probably just glossed right over that because I'm pretty sure Guile said that when we got him. To be fair, it's been a couple of days since we got him, but that's still short-term memory rearing its ugly head. So. Sure, why not? Why don't you read Guile's, because he had some vested interest with you. He's wearing it! Yeah, so if you do infiltrate the manor with Guile, but you don't get the Dragoon's Honor, she won't give you the reward, I don't think. But if you bring back the Dragoon's Honor with you, you can get a Brass Rod for Guile. It's, like I said, it's not much, but it's a better weapon than what he's currently got, to be fair, so... I guess all the more reason to just keep using him in the party for a little bit. Sorry, Glenn. I'm going to say something blasphemous now. Glenn's actually not the third party member that I want to use. He is really good, don't get me wrong. But everybody uses him. And y'all know how I feel about, oh wow, everybody uses this guy. It makes me want to not use him. Lay gasp! Why would you not rescue Kid if you're not going to use Glenn? Yeah, I know. He's real good, though. Like, definitely use him if you're playing this game through for the first time. He's real good. Like, he's real good. Trust me on that one. He's just real good. Like, he's solid all the way around for the entire game. So, what a nonconformist! I know. I'm so bad at it. The actual thing that I want to do has to do with the green Tinkler that we just got. Because, despite the fact that they said there's no Hydra Humors in the Hydra Marshes, I'm not willing to give up on that theory just yet. Let's go to the Hydra Marshes and see what we can find. And it's thick with Poisonous Fog. That's just great. Oh, yeah, that would be a bit of a problem now, wouldn't it? Well, anyway, I believe if you use the green Tinkler on these plants, if you walk in the poison will hurt you, obviously. Okay, well, I didn't want to go down into the swamp, but... Okay, what if I just go this way? Like, can I just... Yeah, see, you'll take some damage when you go through the swamp, unfortunately. I think it's like 2 damage per step that you take, if I remember right. But we can always heal ourselves by going into battle, so I'm not really super concerned about that. So let's go explore around the Hydra Marshes, shall we? I should actually probably make a beeline, because there's an item that you can get here that will let you walk through the swamp without getting hurt, so I should probably just go make a beeline for that, honestly. I guess the Wraiths are pretty strong, huh? That's okay. We can handle it. Eventually. Eventually we can handle it. I didn't lose my focus either, so that's good. But yeah, at the moment, I guess that Surge and Lena are pretty much carrying. Like, Guile got a weapon upgrade, don't get me wrong, so that will help him, but Surge and Lena are kind of going to carry us for a little bit here. 520 gold ain't nothing to sneeze at, though. Why does the poison gas hurt Guile? He floats. Yeah, that would actually be a pretty cool mechanic, honestly, is if Guile floating let him, like, not get hit by the poison, but it's unfortunately not a thing. I don't have anything better than this. Yeah, sorry, man. I don't know what you want me to do. Okay. Well, I guess we'll fight whatever this is supposed to be. Some kind of bulb object. Potpourri! And a swamp bug? Okay, I mean, I guess. If you want to make that pun, I guess. Just send it to hell real quick, Search. Yeah, just keep bonking and eventually we'll get everybody. Toxic Burst! That's probably not good. That's probably going to poison me. Okay, well, it died at least, so I only have to heal poison once. Yeah, a Swamp Swarmer. Honestly, that's probably... I wouldn't be shocked if that was its actual name in, like, the... Oh, there's a carapace for you. So I guess you could come here and grab a carapace from the swamp bugs. Sorry, I can't get the name right. But, yeah, so I guess you could come here and grab that instead. What was I going to say? Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if that was, like, the name of that monster in, like, the Radical Dreamers edition, honestly. Alright, but make sure you have a few antidotes with you, because they'll help. Pardon me, sir. Pardon me, sir. Thank you. See, I'm just going to try to make a beeline. I think if I remember correctly, the person that gives you the item is over here somewhere. I don't remember if there's a mini-boss here or not, but... Well, if we find one, I guess we'll figure that part out. Yeah, probably. Honestly, that's probably it, because the English language compared to the Japanese language needs more characters to get the same amount of, like, letters on the screen done. So you're probably not too far off with that guess, to be fair. Oh, save point. Okay, sure. I'll top off with tablets and then save. Why not? Because, I mean, I might look like I know where I'm going, but at the moment I'm shooting in the dark here a little bit. If only I had more time to actually look at the maps in between streams, but alas, I do not. I have to do chemistry all day. I'm going to look at the maps between now and the next stream, though, because now that there's a bunch of side quests to go do, there's a whole bunch of stuff that we could go do that would probably be worth my time. So, let's go grab that chest while we're here, though. An Electro Jolt. Nothing particularly special, but there is an item later on here that I'd like to go grab. So. This looks more like an alien planet than a swamp. Yeah, and honestly, I wouldn't be... It does. It looks like... It's like a weird floating continent type of a deal, yeah, but on a different planet, kind of. All your chemistry knowledge from your college days is long gone. Yeah, that's one of those things. It's... From what I understand, from what people have said, chemistry is like learning a new language, so you either use it or you lose it. So, there you go. Well, I would have loved to have had protective gear, but the guy out front told me I was an amateur and wouldn't give me any. Thanks! And for talking to this guy, you get the safety gear, which lets you walk around in the marsh without taking swamp damage. Thanks, buddy. Oh, okay. Huh. Probably has something to do with this green tinkler I got. Okay. Well, I do in fact have both of those things now, so let's go see what we can do. Is it up here, or is it... No. Or is it here? No. I don't remember. I think if I remember correctly, we can go back now, and then there's like a log on the other screen that we can use. I probably, I just opened the FAQ. I probably should have just left it open so I could look at Shotgun Nova's ASCII map. Is it ASCII or ASCII? ASCII. One of those two. Yeah, we need those Final Fantasy VII pointer icons to show us what I can walk on and what I can't. So, let's see. Here we go. Hydra Marshes. That's what I'm looking for. Yeah, ASCII. There you go. This is the wrong Hydra Marshes. That's the one from If You Save Kid. I'm looking for this one. There we go. Let's see. Safety gear is at a dead end. Yeah, it looks like there's a log that you can get by if you go that way. So, all the way back for us. And again, like, the only thing that I'm here for, there's exactly one item that I'm here for. There's nothing else that I care for. Oh, and by the way, I should mention this as well. If you choose to do the Save Kid path, well, you won't go to Hydra Marshes, but there will be a place that you go to that's similar to it that has a boss fight. If you don't choose to save Kid, you can go to that place later on in the game and get the boss fight. And there might be a reason for you to do that. I can't really explain it too much just yet, but like, there might be a good reason for you to not go and do that if you chose not to save Kid, that is. But it's kind of hard to explain because, like, you won't be able to get to that place anyway if you chose not to save Kid, so I don't really know how to explain it well, Alright, well anyway, let's tinkle this plant real quick. That sounds vulgar. I'm just gonna run past most of the monsters, to be honest. I mean, we can fight a few of them, and it might not be a bad idea to fight them if they run into me, but we don't really need to fight them at the moment, A seed. I guess I'll fight this one, why not? He's walking where I'm trying to walk. That can't stand. Ooh, this one might be tough. There's a few of them. Yeah, and they've got Bushwhacka, which is the level 4 variant of this spell. Oh, okay. It didn't do much damage, so. Or no, actually, I think Bushwhacker's level 2. Bush Basher is the level 4. So, I'm gonna leave. You guys can do your own thing. I'll just use tablets. I think tablets only restore 50, though, so... Maybe I should have built element power first before running away so I could heal. Whoops. Alright, I think it's up this way. Could be wrong about this, but I think it's up this way. Glad we got the safety gear, though. It's making my life a lot easier. And there's another carapace. So again, if you haven't made any of the gear for Lena or for Matcha at this point, well, you can make it now. Because you've got extra carapaces, so... Alright, this is the save point. Let me look at the map again real quick just to make sure. Alright, I want to go up and to the right. So we'll probably be fighting a couple of the goblins anyway. Just because we got to go past them, so... Oops, there we go. And I'll save while I'm here. Because these fights might be a little tough. I think you're supposed to be like star level 10 or 11 before you come here normally. But, I am here for a very specific reason. So, see if it works out. I think it's this way. I believe what I'm looking for is at a dead end, and this, I believe, is the dead end that I'm looking for, so... Ew, goblins, I don't like them. Listen, at least they're not the goblins from Final Fantasy 13. Those guys didn't show up until Chapter 11, and then all of a sudden it was like, okay, these are goblins? You know, the ones that had, like, 8 HP in Final Fantasy 1? Are you sure? Wonder what kind of rare flower they were looking for. Oh. Some kind of rare flower, I guess. Hi. We were just wondering what you were looking at. What, you're not willing to share the flowers with us? Oh, you picked the wrong guy to mess with. I've got safety gear. Alright, let's see what you've got. I wonder if it's just these two, because that would actually make this an easier battle than the last one. Well, it's just two of the smaller goblins, snob goblins, I think. Yeah. Where'd your buddy go? Did he send you after me first? Yeah, see, we can't one-round them with Surge right now, and Surge is by far and away our strongest character, so... We're probably... I mean, we're fine to be here right now. Obviously, it's just going to be a little more challenging than the stuff that we're used to, but... You know. Either way, it's all good. We will make it. I'm not concerned. I have Ice Blast. I actually don't think this will kill. Never mind. Lena's got good magic. Believe it or not, at this point in the game, 12 magic is nothing to sneeze at. I say that like Surge doesn't have 15 magic. But yeah, those guys are not boss fights, so don't worry about that part. You won't get a star level from doing this. So. Oh, okay. I guess we just got lucky with the formation because the Snib Goblin, which is the bigger guy, didn't even show up there. Well, either way, if we open the chest that they were looking at, we grab the Life Sparkle. What's that used for? Find out right now, because we're going to go use it right now. It will be the crescendo at the end of this episode. Something tells me it won't be much of a crescendo, but, you know, I can dream. Was it this way? Is this where we came in from? Yes, Ice Blast was super effective. It didn't even have to deal 1.5 times damage to destroy them. Oh, excuse me, sir. Pardon me. Don't worry about it too much if you don't, Can I even get back to where I was going from here? Or do I have to go around? Can I, like, tinkle you from down here? God, that also sounds vulgar. Yes, I can. So now you know you can use these two ways. You don't have to go all the way around. I didn't actually know that. Oh, I guess I didn't grab this either. Grab that. Bushwhacker. How did I get... Oh, I see it. Never mind. I was like, wait a minute. How did I get in here anyway? It's the painted backgrounds. Sometimes I just, like... I think it's just because I'm more used to, like, more recent games. Is that a chest, too? Yes, it is. A tablet. Alright, that's fine. Yeah, I think it's because I'm more used to more recent games where the pre-rendered backgrounds aren't, you know, something that I have to worry about, you know? Like, it's not like I'm getting lost on stuff from 2010 or something, but... Here, I've got a little bit more of a hard time finding stuff. Alright, so, what do we do with the Life Sparkle? Now, I would recommend... You could go back to Viper Manor at any time. It doesn't really matter when you go back to it. Now that you've left... Oh, and by the way, here's the Shadow Forest over here. Somewhere? There it is. That's where you would go if you tried to rescue Nikki. You would go there. By the way, that's Fort Dragonia down there in the middle of this volcanic area here. So that is our eventual destination. But before we go there, we're going to do a whole bunch of side stuff. So, including go back to Viper Manor. Hold on. Maybe I should save before we go back to Viper Manor. I don't remember if that Cybot is difficult at this point, but I guess we'll find out. It's got some cool music there. Yeah, the music in Shadow Forest is pretty great, so... Think you know what character this is? Okay, good. Well, if you don't, you will know shortly. And again, I'm being a contrarian in the process. Okay, we have turn green on. We're fine. Alright, that's good. I wasn't sure if I equipped it, but now that I know I did, then I don't even know if I need to save. The Cybot will be a little tougher than most of the enemies we're fighting right now, but it's another optional fight, so you don't have to do this. So you won't get a star level out of it. Yeah, and there's another character that you can recruit in the forest. He is, in fact, a fun guy. Maybe a little more literally than we think, just by what we're saying. But yeah, he's a fun guy. Yellow innate characters, so if you're not a big fan of Poshul, there you go. So, bust it up, do nothing. Do nothing. Can I get in if I do nothing? Do you mind if I... I don't want to bust you up, I just want to get in the manor. But okay, I guess I gotta bust it up. Then let's bust a move, Surge. Sorry, big guy, I don't mean to... Oh, just Roborg, okay. Oh, hang on. Actually, Surge, you go back. Lena, you attack first so that we can build the element power and get turn green going. Bonk. And, oh, I thought she killed him. I was like, wait a minute, it's not letting me push it, but that's because I just pressed it too early, so... And we'll turn green. Yes, I am aggressively soliciting your territory. Home insurance. Just kidding. Home invasion. Oh, I lost my focus. Damn it. That's okay. I'm gonna go for it anyway. 72% ain't shit. See? I got it. Alright, anyway. I don't know what that was that just clicked back there, but it didn't like my funny joke. Man, it's not even enough that I'm soliciting on this guy, I'm impaling him as well. We're some kind of home salesman, that's for sure. Good night, sweet prince. Yeah, home invaders that solicit home insurance. See, we broke in, now you know you need it. It's a fair point, actually. I guess he gives us a little copper, but... that's not really needed at this point, you know. So. Now, if he gave us some iron, that would be great, because we could use it for the next character that we're going to get. But for what it's worth, by the way, I would... If you're playing this game along with me, I'd probably recommend using Glenn over this next character, because this next character that I'm going to be getting has, like, no bearing on the story whatsoever, has maybe 3 lines of dialogue across the whole game in its entirety. I'm just getting them because there's something interesting about them that I can share once we get them. Because, actually, the something interesting they already have, because they have it from 3-star levels on. So, oh, and there's another interesting thing that we can grab while we're here as well. If we go over here, we can go into Karsh's room, because the mimic doors are gone, and we can grab his treasure that he left here for some reason while they went to Fort Dragonia. A Dragoon Gauntlet. Raises your strength by 3. Not bad. You're playing vicariously through me. You do have the game disc in PS1, though, so, I mean, if you ever decided, hey, I'm gonna play along, there you go. Excuse me. But honestly, I don't mind the whole playing vicariously through me thing. So, yeah, I don't think you can get this unless you have Zoa open it for you. So, unfortunately, Zoa is currently leaving for Fort Dragonia, so he can't really open it for me now, can he? Do I have to... Okay, I was going to say do the snake puzzle again, but no, I don't. So. But yeah, I don't mind if people play vicariously through me, because I'm literally doing that myself. Like, one of the reasons why I'm making these archives of all these games that I play is because of the fact that then it's like, okay, later on in my life, when I don't have as much time for video games, if I want to play something again, I can just watch myself play it. And then it's like, okay, well, this is good enough, you know. If I have a little bit of time, I can watch myself play it half an hour at a time as I go, you know. So, there you go. Yeah, it's the motivation to pick Zoa over the others when there's a choice. Yeah, exactly. Because there is a choice later. And, well, we'll talk about it. But for now, we need to make another, well, not really a decision, but yeah, Lucia's here. But before we talk to her, we can get some flashbacks of the furry OC black screen thing there. But the more important thing we can get here is the sight scope, which is an upgrade over the silver loop. So now, ideally, with the Dragoon's Honor, yeah, and you've got the silver loop. So now everybody in the party, if we were to equip the sight scope on our third character, everybody in the party would have an accuracy boosting item, so their hit percentages would be higher, which is good because having extra hit percentages is never a bad thing. All right, Guile, I'm going to take your bronze helmet ahead of time. And actually, I'm going to take... Do I want the brass rod as well? Yeah, I kind of do, honestly. The bronze vest, I guess you can keep because I don't have anything else to equip on you there, and it won't let me completely unequip armor, but that's fine. I've got a spare, so... Oh, hey, Lucia, what's up? We're back. Not for you, though. Sorry. Neo-Theo? Did you name this flower that? It's such a cold scientific name. How so? You made a flower that can use elements? Well, that's kind of impressive, actually. Of course. You're a mad scientist. Why wouldn't you? Oh, yeah. So I guess we preempted it a little bit. But yeah, in order to get this flower to bloom, you need to find the life sparkle in the Hydra Marshes. And we did, in fact, do that. So. Huh. Well, that's a shame. You know what? I'll take your advice. I will stay away from that marsh. Because as far as I'm aware, I never have to go back there now. That being said, maybe it's better if we don't tell Lucia that we're about to bring her chimeric plant thing back to life, because I get the feeling she would want to watch this happen. But if she was willing to give it a name that's as cold and blunt and scientific sounding as Neo-Theo, it just rubs me the wrong way. Like, it just doesn't sound like... Like, it sounds like you're naming a lab experiment. It doesn't sound like you're providing life to something when you name it something like that. It sounds like you're classifying it. Them. I don't know. Anyway, here you go. Have a bloom. Or a blossom. That works too. Hi. How you doing? Yeah, that's what Lucia called you. I don't know if that's exactly correct. You can be your own master now, ideally. But if you need some guidance on how to do that, I wouldn't mind. Nice to meet you, too. So, didn't really get an example of this in the process of talking to Neo-Theo here, but the other reason why her name rubs me the wrong way is because she has a speech impediment. We didn't get to see it in the 2 lines of dialogue that she had there. She has a speech impediment. She cannot pronounce the letter F. I know she just did when she said her own name, but she, in every other situation of a dialogue box that she has in this game, all maybe 4 of them, she can't pronounce the letter F. That's the point. It's a PH everywhere else that she pronounces it. And that just... Can you imagine having to go through your entire life not being able to pronounce your own name properly? I don't know what I'd do. Like, It wouldn't be a happy, healthy life for me, though, and I mean, she just woke up. She just self-actualized from being a dormant plant to being this weird hybrid human plant thing with a jumpsuit and a sunflower brooch. God, this is such a bad idea. I'm going to change her name. That's what I'm getting at. And the reason why I feel justified in doing so, not only is it because of her speech impediment, if we give her a name that she can pronounce, that's good. On top of that, I actually have a card that I can play for this, because if you remember from my Chrono Trigger playthrough, I renamed one character in Chrono Trigger. I put a Y on the end of Princess Marley's name so that I would never accidentally pronounce it Marl, which is, as far as I know, not how it's supposed to be pronounced. I don't know. But there's a precedent for it, so I don't feel bad renaming her. That's the point. Yeah, Neo Fio, unfortunately, it can't fit. I have a better idea, not to worry. Yeah, she can only pronounce the F when it's preceded by the word Neo. So, yeah, goodbye Life Sparkle art. Sorry, I forgot to show it again. Damn it. Well, we'll show it. I'll show it in the thing. Maybe I can just link, because there's a whole, I think the RPG Classics Shrine website has a whole, like, list of the items, but there might be some spoilers in that list, so I don't know. We'll see. Guess they never thought that anybody would pick a musclehead over a cool guy and a cute girl. Yeah, you got a sniper rifle! Oh, it's just the scope. If it was yellow element, it would be a Neo Geo. Fair enough. Yeah, so I have a better idea for her name. It's not going to be Neo Fio, but it is going to have a PH in it. So here's my thought. Is the A in there? Let me see. Yeah, it is. Fiona. No, not Fiona. That's a Pokemon. Fiona. How do I get out of this without, do I just press start? No, how do I get, oh, okay, that's how I get out of this. I just scroll down. So her new name is Fiona. She can pronounce this, and it's not exactly like where they got the Fio, because if I remember right, the Fio is from, like, Fiore, which is Italian for flower. So it's not exactly that, but hey, I tried. Fiona. Fiona it is. And she's going to actually effectively replace Guile in the party. She's got some pretty weak stats to start with, but that's okay, because the challenge excites me. So she's going to hang out with Lena and Serge for a little while. This is probably going to be our party of 3 for most of a good chunk of the next several hours, honestly. So, about to say, Fiona is a Pokemon name, yes. So we will not be using that one, but we will name her Fiona. Now, why would I want to go and recruit this human plant hybrid thing? Well, if you find it bizarre, I've got news for you. Chrono Cross's cast is so large that there is not one human plant hybrid, but 2, first of all. Second of all, the reason why we actually got her, so in her elements list, she has her 3-star element attack, Pop, Pop, Pop. It's basically Bullet Seed, but it shoots all the enemies on the field. It's green element, and the interesting thing about it is that it hits as hard as a level 5 element on all enemies. Now, granted, it hits for physical damage, which she's not particularly great at just yet, and she never really is, to be fair. But it is stronger than basically every other AoE attack that we have access to right now. Like, even Magma Bomb is, from a pretty high magic character, will probably not hit quite as hard as this. Especially if I give her the Dragoon Gauntlet, which I'm going to do right now. So, yes, I literally recruited her for AoE utility, exactly. Muscle Mom? No. Hero Frog? No. Huge Wrestler? No. Weak Little Flower? Yes! Put her in the party. Let her do something. Let's give her the Bronze Vest. We'll give her Bronze Helmet. Let's see. Yeah, I'll give her the Sight Scope, because the Silver Loop's doing well enough for Lena. And then we'll give her the Dragoon Gauntlet. I ideally would like to get her an Iron Glove at some point here soon, but we're going to need one more iron in order to make it, so I can't really do that just yet, but there you go. I'll also worry about her element grid a little bit later. I'm not too worried about that for right now, but there you go. Yes, she is a tiny bulb of death. She will destroy my enemies for me with her AoE utility. This is such a bad idea. Glenn is so much better of a character. Why would I do this? I'll tell you why I do this. Because this game is easy enough for me to get away with this shit. Yes, we need a sight scope for her bullet seeds. Hey, if this was Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, that would actually be a good idea. Because if I remember correctly, Bullet Seed has a low accuracy rate in Mystery Dungeon. It has 100% accuracy in the normal Pokemon games now, anyway. But later, not so much. Oh, by the way, if you go back to the basement now, you can recruit Lucia into your party. She's a Black Innate character, and I don't think there's anything particularly interesting about her. I think her level 5 personal skill can inflict like a myriad of different status effects on the enemy, but if I remember correctly, it's not like, here, have every status ailment in the game, and the enemy just gets hit by all the ones that they are susceptible to. I think it's just random what it inflicts, and I think it only inflicts one at a time. So, she's worth probably trying out, but, I got a little plant girl. That's good enough for me. So. She has some neat animations, but she isn't great, yeah. And like I said, again, depending on how horny you are, there are two pretty large reasons based on her battle model why you might want to use her. But we already made that joke earlier, so I don't want to overuse that one. What do I need to do to make an iron glove here? Let me see. I'm going to check what I need to make an iron glove, and then I think we're going to go back to the beach because I want to get Fiona some bonus stats while because she hasn't had the opportunity to get any bonus stats because she wasn't around for the other star levels. So I'd like to get them for her now while I can so she can start to get a leg up on the competition. Good boy. I couldn't actually even hear if he barked at me because I have my air conditioner on, so I can't even hear that part. I can barely hear the game music for what it's worth, which is kind of a problem because this game's music is great, but, you know. Yeah, so she also uses darts. So her and actually the Doctor back in Guldove are similar because they both throw darts as their weapons. So it's an uncommon weapon type, but there's more than one person in the party that can equip it, unlike Korcha! So that at least is good. But yeah, we'd have to make those if we had her in the party. I think she comes with some bronze ones, though, because at this point in the game, I think pretty much every party member you can recruit from now for a little while will come in with a bronze weapon. So at least they're not like coming in with ivory weapons. You know, that would be a little bit of a problem. But okay, so we've got everything we need except for some iron. So all I got to do is look for some iron, and we've definitely got enough money to make the iron glove, so I'm not really worried about that. I think actually I know a place where we can get some iron, but I think I'm going to have to save that for later. We do need some fur, though, so I'm going to probably want to go grab some fur while I'm at it, because I'm going to need to make a couple more iron vests. I almost called him Chrono. Surge already has one, but we're going to get 2 more. If I called him Chrono, he'd be exactly who Lynx wanted him to be, but yeah, no, that's not true. So we're going to need to get 3 iron. We need to make 2 iron vests, 1 for Lena, 1 for Fiona, and then we'll make an iron glove for Fiona as well so that she can do some pretty good stuff. And I think other than that, I mean, we can make iron helmets as well, but those are kind of like... We'll make them when we have the iron, you know? Like, when the iron starts to be a lot easier to find, but... You can use a rainbow? How are you going to turn that into a material item? Oh, it's not a rainbow. It's a rainbow something. Yeah, so, and in case... I don't know if this is... Excuse me. I guess they haven't mentioned it, so this is, I guess, a little bit of lore. So, Karsh is actually the son of the blacksmiths here. So there you go. Well, we'll keep that in mind. Maybe it'll be something we can talk about doing later, because if we can find this rainbow, it would probably help us to make some very powerful weapons. Alright, so last thing I'm going to go do, I'll probably go get the fur off screen. I just want to take Fiona out for a little test drive in terms of using her in battle. So... But yeah, like I said, she's not particularly great in terms of her stats. I think her stats come out to be pretty average, if not below average, in basically every way. But, I mean, who else is going to use her other than just to show off her techs, you know? So, like, we'll let her tag along. It's fine. Surge and Lena can use this as an opportunity to practice for, well, okay, this Lena won't have kids with Surge, but they can use this as practice. When he had that damn kid, all of our dreams and adventures ended. Yeah, basically. Of adventure and ended. Basically, that's the gist. But, you know, they had a kid, so that's a good thing. They brought life into this world. Oh, yeah, hang on. Let's let Fiona do the talking here. Alright, so go beat up that sand squirt, kid. See what you... Oh, my God. Okay, well, she uses tendrils. That's great. Hold on. Let's test the level 3 tech, shall we? Okay, not bad. Not bad. I'll take it. Maybe I should build a little element power with somebody else because I need to have 2 people heal now. So hang on, Fiona. Let's let Lena do exactly one hit so that she can get the heal off. Okay, there we go. Now we'll go back to you. All right, kid, fire away. Nice. So it's not much, to be fair, but that is more damage than we did with a Magma Bomb +1. So, and it'll be more once we get the Iron Glove as well. Oh, and there's the big level, at least for you guys. Oh, you got it as well. Well, she got some strength, so that's all I can really ask for. Didn't get any HP, but you got some strength, so that's good. Yes, get used to seeing that, viewers. You'll probably see that pretty often, but we won't have to see it again until the next episode of Chrono Cross, the Stream Edition, where we're going to go hunting and try to find some materials before we decide to throw caution to the wind and try to get into Fort Dragonia, despite the fact that we're probably not ready for it. But we can worry about that next time. So, there you go. All life ends someday, but having kids is how you make it go on longer. Yeah, that's fair, honestly. And it's very... That's a very philosophical thing to say about all of this. So maybe Serge and Lena will understand that in the process of helping Fiona out. I don't know. I just decided to pick her because I thought it would be funny. It's like everybody fawns over Glenn. I'm going to use the tiny flower child instead. There you go. Anyway, thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch and YouTube to check out the stream, and I'll see all of you on the next one, which will be on Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Until then, everybody, take care, and have a good one. Philosophical? Running after one last pun. This is a pun safe space, as we said previously. You need not run unless you tell the pun to Fiona. I don't know how she feels about those yet, but she's loading the gun, so maybe it would be a good idea to run.